Hello, welcome to Stick 'em Up. Today we're going to be debating something. That was the exact words that Capsirus told me to say, so there's your intro.
That was, alright, there it is.
Yeah. Cap, you're not supposed to talk yet, shut up.
Ah, shit.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now you gotta do it again.
Yeah, we gotta restart this whole intro. So, yeah, thanks for nothing, I guess.
Gosh. I was gonna say, imagine actually trying to make the entire thing like this rigid scripted thing, and then Cap just constantly goes off script just for shit. You have to keep restarting.
Guys, you gotta stick to the script of Stick 'em Up. You know, the live debates, where we, like, live debate things, and there's no, like, decided winner, like, before the episode drops.
Okay, so Jaden, in the script it says that you have to lose this.
No!
No, hold on a second.
not the
Hold
Well,
on.
it's simple. I have to get my first and only win, and then every other debate I'm in, I just get demolished in.
Let's go!
I think the script was written by Cap.
Probably.
You have no proof.
I have all the
What's
proof.
I'm the script
Hold on.
writer. I actually write all the scripts. I make it so I write.
Guilty say what?
Script.
Okay, so,
Cap say what?
pardon?
Cap say the word what?
What?
Oh, I caught you. Earlier I said guilty say what? Oh,
Chicken
I got you.
butt.
I gotcha.
Wait,
Gotcha.
what am I guilty of? What am I guilty of?
Being a
Chicken
loser.
butt.
Being a loser.
Losing
and
to
a
me.
Stupid dumb.
Chicken butt.
Stupid dumb. I think
Alright.
that's
I can't
actually
believe you
introduced.
got fan art.
Alright, so.
That's still such an insane thing to think about.
Wait, what happened?
Huh?
The fact that we got like fan art.
What did you get fan art? What?
What?
Remember Zerodor?
I do remember
Oh,
that!
yeah!
Oh,
We
yeah.
did!
That guy's the
Oh,
goat.
that's-
I
Shout
still
out
think
to
about that.
Zerodor.
That's sick.
Can someone find, like,
That's
his Twitter
awesome.
account and, like, post it?
I have
'Cause
it.
I can't. I
have it downloaded, so just give me a minute.
Alright, make sure you give a shout out and, like,
It
follow
is-
him
it
on
is-
Twitter. Because, like, everyone's
It is-
watching.
It is pretty recent because I put it in my as like a little reference in my
Alright.
storyboard for Henry versus the Second Coming. There it is.
While
Here it is.
he's finding that, hello everyone.
Why did you put it there?
I thought you guys wanted me to. Oh no, it's because there was like a little joke where the teleporter gets destroyed, and then both Henry and
Oh,
the Second
yeah.
Coming went to like different universes. I wanted to like throw in a bunch of references, so I put in references to like Columbo,
You're
Party
right,
Crashers,
yeah.
of course, and then like other death battles like Galactus Unicron, Ben 10 versus Green Lantern, stuff like that.
I saw the very first one you
Yeah.
put was Wily versus Tom.
It was and like this one was the very first one was Wily versus Tom because, well, it's just a cool matchup, isn't it?
Yeah, it is pretty cool, isn't it?
really
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty big.
Alright,
Anyway,
but
come on.
I think we should actually
Yeah,
introduce
it's alright.
stupid thing now,
You
but
should, you should totally vote for it in the Tournament of Champions.
real. Because this was supposed to come out before the Tournament of Champions, right?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, this was supposed to come out like
Blinking.
September.
Alright, but I guess it'd
November,
be a good
I
spot
think,
to actually
actually.
like introduce it.
No, September.
This is
It
Stick
was
'em
towards
Up,
the end of
and
August that we had like.
this is
scheduled
not
it.
supposed to be like some sort of big thing we're doing. It's just a couple of stupid friends having some stupid fun, and that's what we're doing right now.
Yeah.
While discussing
And
cool
this is-
characters
this
and
is
slapping
more-
action figures together.
This is more of just kind of like our reactions of mainly us just like talking about like stupid stuff and all that. Except we're also like debating a match. And what is the matchup we got today?
Bust Baby versus Springtrap.
That's right. In the
Greatest
I don't- I
matchup
don't
of
know.
all time.
I don't know what I'm gonna put as like the
sir.
colors
Of all
In the
time.
blue
Boss Baby
corner,
beat
in the blue
Springtrap,
corner,
actually.
we have the GOAT, Jaden Stinks, representing the other GOAT, Boss Freaking Baby. Make some noise, Jaden.
And in the other corner, we have the definitive loser of everything, Capsirus,
Yes.
repping the
Hey,
man that
look-
never dies, Springtrap.
Look, man, if you're gonna do something like this, at least you gotta treat me fairly as well, man. Come on.
Oh, you're right. The man that always comes back, Capsirus, repping the man that always comes back, Springtrap.
That sounded so unenthusiastic.
Yeah,
Repping the man.
yeah.
Always come back.
Good.
That's so good.
I
Alright.
hope it did.
So I feel like since Jaden
Try
Boss
X-Men,
Baby
trying to convince
is
me now.
Alright, so how about we do like a little bit of what Death Battle Cast does, and how about you guys introduce your characters real quick? It doesn't have to have a
Yeah,
timeline or anything. Just like give us a little intro to your character. Jaden.
So I feel like, yeah, Jaden, go first because Boss Baby's on the first one on the
he's on the
thumbnail,
left
so
side,
go
yeah.
for it.
Find a little PNG or something.
Oh yeah. You don't need to,
Yeah.
but you know.
Oh no, it's I feel obligated now.
Okay.
Epic.
Alright.
Dokily.
Alright. Best picture I could possibly find. The tension is insane right here. Yeah. There you
Oh
go.
my god.
What the
What? Hold on, what did he...
Oh,
Cap, bro.
Oh.
Oh my god.
yeah, you're
Oh.
screwed.
This is a
Alright, so-
official image from Dreamworks, by the way.
Oh my god, there's
Yeah,
no
it is.
way. Oh no,
No.
okay.
Oh.
Yeah, Cap
You're
said
gonna have
Alright.
to try
Yeah,
extra
Cap
hard
just
now.
he
goes-
knows.
Cap.
He knows.
Alright,
he's
so-
bro.
So, like, Theodore, aka Ted Templeton,
Ted
is
from the
a
movie.
god among men. Yeah, Theodore Templeton, that's Boss Baby's real name.
Yeah, Ted from
You know,
Ted
from the Templeton
from the
family.
Peacock
From
series.
Ted.
No, not Ted, not
We are not
Teddy bear.
sponsored by Ted.
There's a reason he's called the Boss Baby, okay? He's not, first of all, I'm fully convinced he's not actually human, because of the way he was quote-unquote born, and also the way he moves, and just interacts with the world. He's like an alien. He might have actually come from space.
We might need to address this first. Can we just address the fact that Jaden appears to be like cutting out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was gonna say,
Yeah.
I feel like this is going to be very skewed in Cap's favor if you can't understand.
Hey, this is the only
Jaden's
way he
argument.
like actually has a
damn it.
chance. This is the only way he actually has a chance. All right.
Okay,
Hey, cut me some slack, guys.
hold on. Is this a little slightly better?
Yes, it
Yes.
is.
Okay,
At least for now, yeah.
but do I have to redo everything I just said? That was going off.
No. I mean, maybe, I don't know.
Maybe.
I think you're
Alright,
good.
Well,
Good.
pretty much. I'm fully convinced that Theodore is actually an alien. He moves so uncannily, and he can just kind of do whatever he wants. It's a mix between cartoon logic and what the hell did I just watch? It's a fever dream, which perfectly describes Boss Baby as a franchise.
Real.
Okay,
Full
so I guess
touching.
we're moving the Cap now.
Alright,
Sadly.
so for starters, I just want to post this video of a little animation of Springtrap.
Oh boy.
Oh my god.
What are we getting ourselves?
It's credited. The watermark of the person who made it is up there. I just want you to show this in the video, Luke. As you can see, Springtrap has clearly got moves. He's got pretty good fire moves. Does Boss Baby have anything like that? I don't think so. Now, there is one other factor I want to talk about right now. The fact that Springtrap, this is something he does every single day. This is his job. He murders children for a living. What do you think? What makes you think Boss Baby is going to be any different? It's what he
Boss
does
Baby's
every single
entire
day.
thing- Oh, you know what Boss Baby does every single day? Okay?
What?
He defeats businessmen, such as the businessman that runs, like the Cat Corporation, whatever it's called. That is his main goal, is to make babies more popular than kittens by destroying a businessman adult. You know what William Afton is?
What is
He was a
William
businessman.
Afton?
Businessman.
Emphasis on
And-
was a businessman. See, because
Now he's a
that's the
bunny.
thing. Well, that's the thing. He's a zombified rabbit man. And if I may ask, just quickly, if I may ask, who plays William Afton in the Five Nights at Freddy's live-action movie?
Oh, that would be Matthew Lillard.
And what other character did Matthew Lillard play?
That would be Shaggy Rogers and Stu Macher.
Exactly. One of those characters doesn't even need to use
Schumacher?
10% of his power to beat Boss Baby. No, Shaggy. Everyone knows Shaggy can solo your favorite verse.
Hold on. a
Okay, is
second.
this where
It's
we,
canon.
the jury, can step in and call bullshit?
Yeah, this is
Absolutely not.
Okay, well,
I kinda
No.
see where
Is
they
this
go
where
with
we
this.
step in and say that he should not be using Shaggy feats for Springtrap?
Of course I'm not using Shaggy feats. I'm just joshing. I'm just busting your chops.
Guys,
I do
But is
have
this- is
some
this still
actual
per-
feats.
guys.
This is the best you have.
In order to make this equal, in order to stop this, in order to like counteract the Shaggy stuff, Alec Baldwin played the role of Theodore Templeton. Am I right? I'm correct.
That is correct, yes.
Yep.
Alec Baldwin played a role in the movie Arctic Dogs. So
Oh damn, Baldwin all played.
Ooh.
He was
Okay,
in
fair
the
enough.
Cat- He was in the live action Cat in the Hat. He endured
Oh, God.
Mike Myers' Cat in the Hat.
To be fair, actually no, not to be fair. That movie was absolutely terrifying. I'll give you that. Okay, but let's get into some actual feats right now.
yeah, sure.
So
Let's see what you got. Let's see what's going on.
So, Springtrap is capable of moving at superhuman speeds. Now, in FNAF 3, the game he debuted, there is a little, there's a camera of, sorry, hold on, I have a screenshot here. But in, one of the cameras, you can see, the vents and stuff. And he can move pretty quickly. He can move, 18.1864 miles or meters a second. That is superhuman speed. Here's the image, by the way. There we go. That's so he can move from Cam 14 all the way to you in like that. He's very fast. So that was calculated at 18 meters a second. Not only that.
Wait.
No, I did not count that. Unfortunately, I do not have the math experience.
You can there's
To count
Said-
that.
Yeah,
yeah.
you only said where he moves from. You didn't say how fast.
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of
Like,
'cause,
how much time
FNAF
does it take
characters-
for him to get from Cam 14 to you?
See, it's kind of tricky because
Or is it just a teleport?
you don't really get a frame of reference for how fast they can move. But if you go by what's shown in game, where he just kind of teleports to you, then and it takes a couple seconds, then that's how fast.
Like 18 meters per
But
second.
not only that,
But that's not whoa.
you didn't let me finish, Jaden.
Sorry, okay.
That's
okay,
actually
sorry,
a
go ahead.
low end for his speed. In one of the books, I can't remember which one, but in one of them, he was stated to move as fast as a racing car. Now, you could debate about how fast this really is, but if we do accept
How do you
this,
verify
and-
if that's even true if you don't remember what book it's
Like, did he
from?
do
Yeah.
anything, or did he just make a
because
statement?
I have
And also, I
a
feel
scan
like-
here.
I feel like if
If you read through it, yeah, it says with the speed of a race car. The average race car can move at 200 miles per hour.
But I feel like the one you just mentioned will be faster though, since he's basically teleporting. And
Yeah, but
if he,
again,
has, if he has instant teleportation, then speed is basically irrelevant for him. So it really just depends on reaction time.
that's a good point. Thank you for that, Luke.
Frick.
So yeah, so Springtrap, insanely fast.
Do you have any proof that it is actual teleportation though?
Yeah.
It kind
Okay,
of
hold on.
There is no proof it's
zipped
actual
around the whole
teleportation.
place.
It's really just a Jason Michael Myers thing where it's
Yeah,
really
it's
just
like
a
a
theory.
whole.
Okay, in theory.
It's like the typical
like-
horror movie monster thing where they can appear wherever they want at whenever time. So you can take it with a grain of salt, but if you don't, then yeah, you can basically teleport quickly.
Because I was gonna say,
No, the intention is
I'm
not
not
teleporting.
necessarily attempting to debunk any arguments here, but what I am saying is,
I am.
We
if,
are
if
allowed
I
to
am
step in,
correct
King.
here,
We are allowed to step in and
if it is
debunk some
teleportation, then would you not be able to block him with the vent in the first place?
arguments. That is true.
Well, that's the thing, because you can block him. That actually is a good point. You can block him before he moves.
Why doesn't Springtrap
So it isn't
teleport
really,
across
it isn't
Is he
teleportation.
stupid?
It is 100%
No,
just
it's
him
not.
moving
Is he
really
stupid?
quickly.
Like, the
Why do you think
intention
he's
is,
stupid?
you can tell if you've played any FNAF game, the intention is not they're teleporting.
Yeah.
Actually, and also in Help Wanted, you actually do see him moving, so it is him just moving.
But Help Wanted is a
So he
VR.
can
It
move.
is meant to be a game,
Yeah,
like in the game world. It's like a simulation.
Yeah, that's true. But he also does appear in that as Glitchtrap, and I'll get to the Glitchtrap stuff later. But for now, let's hear what Boss Baby has. Go on.
All right, you got anything in terms of speed, Jaden? Because I know you.
In terms of what? Should we go to speed?
Let's talk.
Let's discuss speed.
Let's discuss speed.
And then you can go into
we can move on to like strength, powers, stuff like that.
Yeah, I think discussing this category by category and like
make it a bit more interesting. Yeah.
All right, so 1 second.
We're like figuring this out like as we go, guys. Just like bear with us.
Yeah. So bear with us.
I'm gonna send the video.
Like
It has, like, sounds and
collectively,
stuff.
through all of us, I think are all of our IQs like total out to like maybe 100, but I'm not sure.
That's a bit of
I would say-
a
I would say that maybe like me, you, Jaden, Cap kind of brings it down a little bit. I'd say.
Yeah, Cap.
Oh, haha, very funny.
Me and my
It really works later.
three AP classes next semester is gonna bring that up a bit. So
Yeah,
Cap,
Luke is
you're dragging
carrying
it
us, to be
down.
honest.
Your negative IQ is bringing it down, Cap.
Why is this not letting me
Yeah,
post
you're
it?
so hilarious, aren't you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
my IQ may be 2, but that's still higher than -3.
My
I
IQ,
got 2.5.
My IQ is like at least 1.5.
Okay. So out of curiosity, how many of you have you all seen the first Boss Baby movie?
I have seen it because my sister
I have, yes.
has seen it 1,000 times, and I have not. Seen
That's
it.
not
I
enough.
have not seen
Does
anything.
he dodge? Please tell me he dodges lightning.
He doesn't.
'Cause that
dodge
would be
lightning,
hilarious.
but he knows where-
Aw.
But he sure does know where lightning comes from. It's more impressive than a race car. Flying into the stratosphere, flying beyond clouds just to get to work every
Is
day.
there like a way to like?
Okay, but to be fair, that's more like, isn't that because in the movie,
It's not. Okay.
aren't they really not like
We are
physically
trying to be
there?
fair
Aren't they
here,
like
and it's
astrally
not like
projecting?
It's not like him
That's-
moving at that exact rate. He's
Yeah.
like projected
Well,
at that
no,
rate. It's
no.
not him like actually moving that fast.
I guess you
But
could
he-
like you can make an argument that he can like react.
That I was gonna say
To
like
land.
in
I
his
was
reaction
gonna
races,
say
he
that
does
is a
that
very
perfectly.
solid reaction speed argument.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
because
is-
he can because it's clearly still him,
Yeah.
but he's not he himself is not physically being launched. It's like his
Well, no, this is the weird thing.
And
This
also,
is the weird
Cap, I was
thing.
gonna say,
Like-
isn't what is it? What is it? Special delivery? Like, can't like the characters in there like dodge lightning?
I think they can, yes.
Isn't Springtrap one of
It-
those
it-
characters?
Yeah, Springtrap is one of the characters in Special
Is it
Delivery, so
lightning, or
he
is it
can.
just a simple like?
It is a
phase?
form of electricity.
It is a form
Yeah,
of electricity, so you
electricity
could
is-
high
But yeah,
voltage
electricity
that thing.
takes many forms though.
That is true, but I think they
That's
all
a good
move at
point.
constant
Like,
rate,
I
don't
could
they?
move out of the way of somebody tasing me, but that's not me dodging lightning.
Yeah.
Even though it is a
But-
form of electricity.
But it
To be
is a form
fair-
of projected electricity, like towards them. From what I remember.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
But like, I always took that as like a taser, but I could be wrong. So the weird thing
Anyway,
with Boss
continue,
Baby-
Jaden.
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew this would come up. Obviously, it's like, is that real or not? Things have gone, but things have gone to Baby Corp before that weren't in the real world. Like in the second movie, especially, is a huge case of that, where you have them like traveling back and forth and bringing stuff, and even other people. And there's this weird glow around them, but once they get into Baby Corp, that's kind of gone. Like this scene in the movie is like they're walking, like people are walking through them because they're astral projected, but that is still the way they actually do get to Baby Corp. It's
Okay.
like that, and then like
I
they
gotta ask,
physically
like, how did they
manifest.
get to Baby Corp?
something.
So how fast is that exactly? Is there like a because it looks like they're traveling. Like actually, where is Baby Corp specifically?
In the sky, I think.
In
Yeah,
the
I know it's in the
somewhere.
sky. Hold on, if I can play the clip again. Sorry, I'm just rewatching the clip.
Maybe it's in another
Because,
plane
like,
of
when they-
reality.
Because it looks like they're launched out of the house,
Maybe
and then they're launched.
maybe this is
like
Boss Baby's
sort of-
like cross-dimensional scaling.
What?
It does look kind of like another dimension, kind of.
Yeah, it kind of
Kind
looks
of.
like they're traveling to through like a portal or something, rather than just being launched into the stratosphere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like you don't really see them going through space or whatever. So
Well, no, like I said stratosphere, but I was just exaggerating. It's just like beyond the clouds, like where an airplane would go.
Yeah.
If
Okay.
it is a portal, though, they still fly out of their house and up to a space where you can see like the entire neighborhood pretty much, from or like even several like blocks of buildings, and then at the end, like from the clouds to the baby corp. That has to be something, right? I don't know if a race car could go that speeds, even if it is a different portal.
yeah, I guess I don't know. That kind of seems a bit. I know this is gonna be like I'm like trying to disprove this because I'm arguing against it, but like even then, it's like a little bit dicey to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
it is kind of a dicey.
I definitely think it is still a good like applicable speed feat, but I don't think it's as fast as you
Are there
think
any
it.
other-
Oh, that
any
actually
other,
sounds like a shot.
reactionary movement speeds?
I
for
was
boss
gonna
baby that
say,
you
have
found?
you
Yeah.
have you produced any sort of calcs for this, Jaden?
Nope.
You can like.
At least he's honest. I'll give him that.
I think.
so
you
this
can
is
I
ask
not-
people on,
this
like,
is in the same
versus
realm
Wiki.
as like the race car thing, where it's more of just a
Yeah,
statement
it's
that
more-
implies like a general sense of speed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that
Okay.
means both, but that the feat Cat brought off with the Vince is also like kind of wonky. So it really just
Yeah,
depends on
'cause
how
it
you
is-
interpret both.
I mean, you could still use like the lightning feat. Unfortunately, I didn't get any like videos of that, so that's
so
on me.
that's not part of your argument.
I would also like to call into question the canonicity of
Well, technically,
special delivery.
I think
Yeah.
no. Well, to be fair, it's kind of in like
It
the
is-
same camp
it is
as
canon.
Help Wanted. I think. Like FNAF canon is very confusing, so
Yeah.
bear with me if I don't understand freaking everything about it. So I definitely think that you could still use it as an acceptable feat, but if you don't want to, that is 100% fine. Because
I mean,
FNAF
that's the
is
thing,
just
though.
a
You're
mind
supposed to
fuck.
convince us here.
I know, I am, but like, I'm trying to be as fair as possible because I don't want to just come up as like the guy who's just like, oh yeah, everything I say is accurate, and if you don't believe me, even though I'm not showing evidence, then you're wrong. And like, I'm trying to be as fair as I possibly can.
Here,
Anyway,
have you found any
let's
other,
move on to
any
the-
other feats for speed for Boss Baby? Or is this the only one?
Like, well, no, there's a couple.
Here, give us
If you want to talk
give us your
weird,
best bet for speed.
We still got lightning. We still got.
I'm sorry, I don't have anything lightning related. I'm sorry.
Ah.
Weird, like horror movie esque teleportation. Boss Baby has that too. Like, is
Oh,
it
really?
teleportation?
I've seen
Yeah,
this, yeah.
of course.
Oh yeah, he does. He kind of
Oh,
just
yeah.
teleports back.
He has
Again-
to get out of that thing.
This could be like cinematic timing,
Yeah, but he had to
but
move
I
from
definitely
outside.
think it can
See him
be.
run
Yeah,
across.
no.
Here, he
You
closes
see
his
him
eyes,
run
all
he's
across
out
the
there.
floor.
I was gonna
6
say
seconds.
this is actually like straight up acknowledged
That
as
is
opposed
5
to
seconds.
the Springtrap thing.
That's a good point.
Yeah, and
Like,
Tim,
11
like, after
seconds
this
is
says,
just
like,
kind of
how
run
did
across the
you...
floor.
Like, look, here, look. Exactly, yeah. That's like a 5-second window from, like, when he rolls outside. So you're like, and then 10 seconds?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, like,
And
it seems to
the
be
setup
physically
of their
acknowledged
house-
rather than just being there for, like, effect, like with the
Yeah.
horror movies.
Yeah.
So I would say it's actually more impressive.
Exactly.
While that is supposed to be,
What else you
it's
got
supposed to be
there,
just like
Freddy?
a
Any other
joke or
speed
something,
feats you
like,
wanna talk about?
reactionary thing.
And if there's what's C feats? But like for the
I would-
layout of their house,
if I-
it's obviously not like, oh, he ran out back and then in, because the door out back is the same kind of area as the door up the front.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's no
The only other explanation I can think of is that he climbed through the window, quickly closed it, and then just got everything into position, which
Honestly,
is
I think
honestly
that-
hilarious.
I think that'd make him even, like, faster if he just, like, went in regularly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he's still a baby. He would have to climb through. He would have to like climb up a drain pipe or something,
Yeah.
and like in like a time frame to the point where Tim like reaches him exactly on time.
Yeah.
So that's still insanely fast.
Yeah.
That's like, if I want to be like generous, that's like supersonic speed.
Yeah, the real question is, would this make him faster than a race car?
I don't know. Race cars are pretty
Well,
fast.
Oh my god. Race cars are
This
pretty
was kind of
fast.
just a counter to like the vent possible teleportation.
Yeah, the
That's all
possible
that
teleportation. Right. Any other speed
I feel
feats you
like-
got?
I'm
Because
double checking.
As
but I
of
don't
now,
see anything
it does
major.
seem like Boss Baby does have a slight edge in speed. Given,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's
And there
are
it's more
more-
plausible that
If you
Springtrap
get
is definitely
to like,
faster,
account the electricity dodging, but
but it's on like a better basis. Like does Boss Baby have better speed?
And there are like multiple cases of this weird, almost horror movie like teleportation, like the scene where Timothy, who's like the brother, gives.
Yeah.
Is it Timothy?
It's Tim, yeah.
Yeah.
Like yeah, Timothy. He runs away with the voice recording of Theodore talking, and then they all just like appear in like the cars after looking at him through the window, like a couple seconds earlier.
Isn't there like a big explosion? That whole scene, we could just like post that whole scene, honestly.
to be fair,
Yeah.
It's like a huge explosion.
Again, I don't want to really necessarily like go for the big describing
Debunk.
immediately. I would like to say though, I find it interesting that you were tasked with researching Boss Baby, and yet you were the only one out of the four of us that were not confident on the name of the Boss Baby's brother.
That is true.
Because he's too busy looking at the
Yeah.
Boss Baby himself.
he's too busy looking at Boss Baby himself that he actually doesn't have time to look into his family. Like, geez, come on, King.
Yeah.
I'm a
Thor,
King and I even have flames in my bone.
King, why do you have to question me all the time, King? Wow. It's
Yeah,
kinda
geez.
Well, I'm just trying. I'm
Right.
playing devil's advocate here because I was questioning Cap.
Alright.
Gotta make sure.
Do you have like another speed?
Are there any
Yeah,
other
but-
speed feats? Jason?
Yeah, any other speed feats?
But I think we might be good right now.
No, yeah, I think I'm good for speed. I have some like,
As of right now, we'll say Boss Baby
Maneuver-
takes speed.
yeah, I have some maneuverability stuff, but not like directly speed.
Dig Dug?
Okay.
But I mean, that also because
I'm honestly.
since
I'm
Boss
on the
Baby's
fence
like
here a
he's
bit.
like even if Springtrap is faster, like Boss Baby is more like flexible and like maneuverable, so
Maybe it's definitely more
I
agile,
might be able to
so
like counter his
even if they are
I
the
feel
same
like-
speed.
I feel like out of all of the speed feats that have been brought up here between both sides, I definitely do feel like I'm most inclined to agree with the Springtrap race car feat.
Yeah.
That being said,
But
it does
that is
appear as though the Boss Baby has the more credible like reaction feats.
since it's from a book,
But it could
it's
be
more hard
another
to, like-
case of
it's more hard to like actually like describe a feat from a book because for like a
Yeah,
race
yeah.
car.
well, the
Like,
average
if it
race
is
car moves at
actually-
like 200 miles per hour, so
Yeah, but like
Actually,
even then,
you could just-
with the force of a battery,
Like that
Even then,
far.
in
you're telling me that
the guy in the
Some
force of
frickin'
the
dorking-
in that moment was being attacked, and like he said, it felt like he was being attacked by a race car, and like it's
Well, I mean,
if he actually got hit by a race car before, he would not be there
Well,
like
it is-
walking in that moment. So it's safe to say that he was.
Yeah,
It
I
is-
was gonna
He
say,
didn't know
I-
exactly.
there is a little
what
bit of
race car was on.
scrutiny that I guess we could apply to that in the sense that like it is described as being as fast as a race car and as powerful as a battering ram.
Yeah, I don't think.
To be fair, a battering
I
ram
don't think
isn't
a
really
race
that
car
powerful.
is just as powerful
Would that
as a
really
battering
match
ram.
up?
A battering ram, I mean, like, you still have to put, like, a lot of force. Like, as a battering ram, you got the person behind it. So unless you're
That's what I'm saying,
actually,
but, like,
That's what we're saying. Is that
if you were to
I
hit
know
someone with a
why.
regular battering ram,
Yeah.
then they wouldn't actually friggin' like break anything.
entirely dependent
Here, let's
on
transition this
speed.
over to speed, and I don't
So,
know if
how
Yeah.
I'll say
Or-
this, Cap. Did you mention? Are you gonna mention the feat in the FNAF movie where he like runs towards what's his name, Mike, and like hits him so
Mike?
hard he like
do
goes
his job
flying?
for him, Luke. Don't do his job for him.
Well, to be fair,
I'm not
yeah,
doing
that
that
actually,
for it.
you could actually use that as like he moved as fast, but like, I'm not gonna do that. But like, it is kind of implied that the suits can give you some limited form of super strength because like, the way William was tossing Mike around in that final fight, that was like, there was no way that was a regular human doing that. That the suit had to give him some form of superhuman ability.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
you
I'll
could
say
you
that.
could argue that
I know that's
he-
not near where.
And even then,
near
you could
this
have-
I'm just like
you
wondering
could
like,
have-
how that works for like.
I know, but
like a street sense, yeah.
it's there.
Don't worry,
Anyway.
don't worry, King.
Mechanical.
I'm not trying to make Cap win. I'm trying to make him lose. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Oh my god, you guys are. Let's just move on to strength.
Okay. Well,
I
before we
was gonna
strength,
say, you can't. I'm just saying, Kat, you can't get on my ass here. I literally did just.
No,
I am trying to
you are
be, like,
being as
unbiased
fair as possible.
I'm being
Yeah.
as fair as I
You
can.
just straight up admitted that you're trying to make me lose, so up your. Okay.
Hey, listen. In an
anyway,
actual
Jaden,
sense, I am being fair. I am being
Cap
fair in an
only, I'm trying
actual
to make it
sense. I hope you know that.
I know.
But, like,
I know.
okay.
I'm just
Again.
joking.
Sure.
as an offshoot of speed, like maneuverability, like I was saying in the intro, he is unhuman. Like,
No,
watch
he
this.
is really
Look
fast.
at how he moves.
That's like
That's
effortlessly.
just smooth. That's just
So
smooth.
even if you, so let's just take in like the lightning dodging feat as, or like the electricity dodging feat as like applicable here. Even though I didn't bring any footage, but that's neither here nor there.
It's not
I
where
would
you're
say that even if Springtrap could move at that speed, I feel like that Boss Baby's maneuverability would still be enough to allow him to keep up, or to like even
Yeah,
just
it
full
just
on
feels
like
like
dodge all of Springtrap's feats,
It
all of
feels like
Springtrap's
speed
attacks.
could go either way here,
Feels
so
like
how about we
if
just
if
call
we
it like
apply
even
enough
for now?
scrutiny to both feats, it
Yeah.
feels like neither one has necessarily a clear advantage over the other. If we're not
Yeah.
necessarily applying that kind of scrutiny, it does seem as though Springtrap does have the faster travel speed.
Yeah.
Well,
But it does also
maybe
seem
has
as
the
though
faster
Theodore's
reaction.
speed
Yeah.
is much
Like the
faster
reaction
as
speed.
well.
Yeah, definitely.
And the maneuverability, like mixed together.
Also, just like
And
look
I
at the
would-
just look at like. Do you know how much dexterity you would actually need to pull that off?
Like his
Like,
head is full
for a
180,
baby.
like, on a-
Yeah, no, seriously. He's doing that like effortlessly.
Why does he even need the cup though? Like he just kind of.
Well, I mean, it's like the
Why
whole
are
like
you
martini
questioning that
shaking
of all
thing.
things?
Yeah,
Of
martini.
all things, why would you question that, Luke?
My bad.
This is
But,
a
like, he
movie
doesn't
called
even
Boss
use
Baby.
it.
Why are you questioning?
Like, given the context we're applying this to, why would that at all matter?
Okay.
Also, he has very good hand-eye coordination too. Look at that.
No, he
Yeah,
does.
like,
That's
look at
true.
that. Like,
He's got
Look at
such
that.
good hand-eye coordination. He's not even looking at his hands.
yeah.
It definitely seems, from my perspective at least, as though even despite Springtrap's like
Insane travel
ability,
speed.
it does seem as though Boss Baby does have the necessary like reaction speed and dexterity to be able to outmaneuver him otherwise.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Definitely.
Okay. Let's move on to attack potency because this is what I really want to talk about.
Durability.
So, Jaden,
Alright.
because I'm nice, you can go first.
I can go first for attack potency.
Yes, you can. I want to see what Boss Baby. I want to see. I want to see
Let's see Boss Baby kick
what
some
Boss
ass.
Baby is capable of. Yeah, I want to see Boss Baby kick some ass.
Alright.
I am
Well,
very
Boss
curious
Baby-
what you managed to do.
Yeah.
Boss Baby is,
Same.
you know, he is not shy to kicking some ass, as the kids might say. You just get like just a
Kids
lot
can't
of
say swears.
random fights that I didn't necessarily download all of them. And I will be fully upfront and honest here. He does not have a lot for attack potency. He's much more of like an evader. Or like
So he's
tactician.
like the Doctor, where he tends to
Yeah,
like run away from
he
the
wants to
conflict,
be
but he
like
can
the
still hold
Doctor.
his own in a fight. Okay.
Yeah. He's like a tactician.
Here,
So-
I'm gonna bring this. This is gonna bring back like kind of speed for a minute, but like even though Springtrap can like move faster, on a more consistent basis, does he act like a walking tank? So like, so with whatever's Cap's gonna say, like with Boss Baby's like maneuverability and stuff like that, it might be hard for like Springtrap to like actually like hit him. But
Yeah.
it depends on like
Yeah.
it depends on like what
Especially
Cap
given
says.
his small size.
Depends on what Cap
can just
says.
imagine
It's
William,
like
like,
if Springtrap
wiping at
does
him
get
while
that
he-
lucky hit, like how hard would that lucky hit Boss Baby?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Well,
like
you're
I
about to
said,
find out.
Like
All right, let's see.
it's maneuverability and such. but he also has some insane durability if he does end up getting hit. But that's for.
And I guess you can feel
let's
his.
move
on to power.
Yeah, let's
Move on to
What do you
power.
got, Cap? Let's
Yeah.
Yeah, with power.
Okay.
But if, like, for attack potency, it does kind of go hand in hand with durability. It's like he survived this, he should be able to dish this out. So I will hold off on attack potency because there's not a lot.
Okay.
Alright. Fair.
So here is where I bring out the really, really big feat. So in one of the books, I think it was Blackbird in Fazbear Fright's
He actually
Blackbird.
remembers it this time. Let's go.
So yeah. So there's this thing in the FNAF-verse called Agony. And it's what allows Springtrap to just keep going. It's what gives him that iron will to live. And he's obviously, since he's one of the strong, I think in the books he like created a like giant mecha of himself out of like junk and stuff. So yeah, he's pretty insane in the books, but one of the best feats from an Agony user, which Afton can scale to, since he's one of the best users of it, is in the story Blackbird, the protagonist, Noel, creates a 35-mile wide storm just from his sorrow alone. So I think, if I recall correctly, he thought he killed his best friend, or he thought that his actions accidentally got his best friend killed. Because they were filming like a movie together, and they got into a fight, and he heard that, hey, his friend kind of got run over by a train, so he thought that his friend died. Now, here's the calculation for it from Versus Battle Wiki. You can take it with a grain of salt if you want, but if you don't, then yeah. So there's no real given time frame for it. So if you assume that it was like incredibly quickly,
Noel's what?
in Afton,
Jesus.
yeah,
Huh?
Afton is large island level, and that's not all.
What is this? Noel's
Pardon?
what?
Noel's
In the very
no.
first, the very top.
Yeah, no. Yeah, no, at the very top. That's just like a little joke thing.
Yeah, it's just,
Because
it's just a prank.
like it's just a prank, bro. But in the book, he's like kind of, when he's reassured, then the storm kind of goes away, and just the person who just so happens to be giving him reassurance is a woman. So of course they have to make that joke. Stay classy versus community.
Does he create
yeah,
the
no.
storm, or does it like happen because of his like emotions? Like how?
It happens. Because he is so like distraught, and because Agony in FNAF can kind of cause like it's kind of unpredictable, because like on one hand it can create literal storms and affect 0-point energy,
From Fortnite.
which it's impossible. This one I'm a little more kind of dicey on. I'm like on one hand, yeah, large country Afton is hilarious, but on the other hand, that seems a bit weird.
I would like to question a little bit here.
But yeah,
So you said this is because of Agony, correct?
Yeah.
yeah, Agony in
That
FNAF can do
storm
like
was the
it can do
manifestation of his agony.
many things. It can bring things to life. It can
Can bring things to life.
somehow.
Okay.
Yeah, like that.
So-
That's why a lot of the animatronics are still kind of kicking, because they're like the souls of dead children, and they're filled with so much like grief and stuff and like pain. That's what keeps them alive, and that's why the animatronics are so angry all the time.
I would just like to question here. So you this storm is the manifestation of Noel's agony.
Yes.
But
But
did
it does
he,
not
That
seem
is
like
correct.
this was controllable. This does not seem like it was controllable by a Noel. Is
It
Afton
didn't-
able to freely control this?
I don't.
Exactly.
It doesn't sound like he is. It sounds like because the storm sounds like an effect of agony. It does not seem like something he can actually like manipulate or like create.
Yeah, because
That
like
is true. But
obviously,
Afton-
if Afton can control it, this is huge. But if Afton isn't able to manipulate it in this similar way, this doesn't seem necessarily like the most potent
Yeah, what's
combat.
like
Yeah.
I think that he can, because
Twilight
in the books, in the books, he did manage to create like a giant like robot version of him out of like entirely junk metal that was around him. So I think he can actually he can control and manipulate.
Okay,
it.
I've got a couple
Yeah,
questions.
but the
then.
agony,
One,
the agony
was that
is the thing that keeps
actually
him going.
made with the power of his agony? And two, was that agony something he just freely tapped into, or was this something that was brought on by an event?
Yeah.
Is it
I think it
Avatar
was
State?
something. I'm actually trying to remember because I read about it on the wiki, but I was an idiot and I didn't save it. I think.
Went to the Avatar State.
I don't think. I mean, there were. I think it might have been something that just like it was like an event, maybe because like there were a lot of like I remember like the Stitch Wraith being there, which is like basically just two kids and one robot body who accidentally murdered a bunch of people unintentionally, and I think they were like one of the souls in the Stitch Wraith was trying to stop him. So I think as like a kind of defense mechanism, he kind of summoned it and tried to defend himself. I could be wrong because I did read it, but I didn't check it out or like I didn't save it because I'm an idiot.
Yeah.
So I think that's what happened.
Okay.
I think you can make an argument that he knew what he was doing, but you could also make an argument that it was just something entirely out of his control.
Okay.
So
okay.
basically,
Even
what
then,
you're saying
From what,
is
I,
that this.
from what I'm picking up here, it's not necessarily something that he can just any time of day tap into. That being said, under certain forms of stress, he is able to bring it out.
Which a super
Okay,
fast
yeah.
boss baby just constantly wailing on him would kind of. But
I was
also, I
gonna
think
say that
even
it
even
does
if you
seem like a
don't,
fight kind of like this would be able to bring that out if
Now,
it's
Jaden.
in like a stressful
Yeah.
self-defense. So.
so even
Alright, yeah,
even
you know what?
then,
I'm willing,
he
I'm
is
willing
still
to buy this.
Given the nature
he
of the
is
series,
still like strong enough to like crush human skulls. Given that Springlock suits, when they're kind of crunched or when they're like not working right, they like the whole Bite of 83 thing when the crying child's tears were moistening the Springlocks, and that's what kind of snapped shut and killed him.
Yeah.
And also the whole Springtrap situation, which is what happened to Afton in the first place.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he is still strong enough to definitely like just kill a normal human.
Now I have something to ask. Jason,
Yes.
What kind of like tools and stuff does Boss Baby have? Does he have like any?
Oh, we getting into like
magic?
are we getting into hacks now or?
I feel
got a
like,
question.
yeah,
I
feel
got a
like
question
we should put
about
that off
hacks.
for now.
I got
I
Yeah.
would
about
focus
hacks.
more on like hacks and arsenal,
Yeah.
which we could bring up
Yeah.
later.
Yeah.
I would also like to ask a question, Jaden. If only because I want you to be able to prove this before we get into this kind of thing. You mentioned earlier that you have no available strength feats because, as you said, there's not really much to go around, but that his attack potency should scale with his like
Durability.
Do you have any proof of that? That those two are like.
Well, to be fair, I was the one who said I was the one who said that Boss Baby's AP could scale to his durability because that's typically how like versus debating works. Every action has an equal and opposite reaction. If the character can survive it, they most likely can output it.
Okay.
All right.
I'm not saying the characters like Alex Mercer can like just punch with the force of a nuke, but
I mean, with Alex Mercer, like he had to pull himself back together after the.
he had to bring himself back
He
together.
didn't exactly survive it.
Yeah.
Like, can I? Here, I'm just gonna send a random, smaller thing. To kind of show what I need.
I swear, didn't one of the shows have like a super like overpowered feat or something?
I didn't watch. Okay, I'm ashamed. You should all be appalled. I don't have to go in hell for this. I didn't watch every single episode of every single Boss Baby show.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Whoa!
I remember this scene. Like, how does Bro do that?
Oh, that's the wrong
he had
clip
to
even.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Wrong clip.
Wait, then what were you gonna use that for?
I don't know. Cool. It's
I
cool.
just think I saved that both. I just think I saved that for like how the hell does he do that?
Yeah.
Oh,
How
okay.
the hell does he do that?
Alright,
If you
let's see
this
it.
video at any time the boss baby's in the sky, you get peak comedy. It is hilarious.
What the heck?
Oh,
Oh wait, I've seen that.
oh god. He just got shot through a window.
He could, like, what I'm saying is,
Bro just got freaking.
Just walk that off.
Bro just got tossed.
more of a durability feat. That's more of a durability feat, but he could smash a window, is what I'm saying. He's like, you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. So boss
Yeah,
baby's
I
not
guess-
exactly
Just
helpless.
saying though, Springtrap
He's
could
not
yeet
helpless.
Boss Baby through a window. Just saying.
Yes,
I would
Boss
like
Baby
to. I do know you
Then
did
boss baby would
mention
turn his
that
head 180 degrees like a freaking owl and be like,
most of his AP is going to come from like inverse of durability, so most of that's going to be gotten to later. Just from the comparison here, though, I am definitely leaning Springtrap for now, just because
Same.
the force it takes to crush a human skull is definitely more than it takes to break glass.
Definitely.
that's
Now, that question I had about like tools and hacks. Are we getting into that? Can we get into that like now, or not yet?
yeah.
Yeah,
If you
I was
Because-
gonna say, I feel like durability first, right?
Well, yeah. The thing about Springtrap is, I mean, if you
with
in the
Springtrap,
movie,
you can't- there isn't exactly
in the
anything
movie-
durable. It's just like how far can he go,
yeah.
which is pretty far.
But so for durability, there isn't actually much to draw from. Of course, you could just scale. You could just say, oh, he can scale to his attack potency, but I'm not going to do that because that's boring. So I definitely think that Afton he's kind of more of a glass cannon, if anything else, because he doesn't really have, he has of course like the super overpowered feat, but he doesn't really have anything like any durability to back it up. So like, and also, I mean, you could say he survived like multiple fires and multiple like buildings kind of crumbling around
Yeah,
him.
but that is not exactly
Yeah,
like,
I-
attack potency. Like a fire, it's like it's just
Yeah. But then, so I guess you could say in FNAF 3 when Michael burned down the haunted house, and with Afton still inside and like the whole building, I guess you could like kind of came down on him. I guess you could scale him to that, so you
Yeah.
at least have like wall level durability or like building level durability. I don't know.
But it seems that if you like
If we assume that he is still alive
If you
after
destroy
the end
the
of
suit
security breach,
completely-
where he just like survives the entire FNAF 6 pizzeria crumbling under him, which
yeah.
you know what is a little dicey since that's not really considered canon by
What happens if you
like,
make the
Steel's
like,
own
non-functional?
logic. Then
Especially
Yeah,
because
at best I'd
there's
say
also
low level
ruin to
durability.
consider where that might not have even been Afton. That very well may have.
That might have been the mimic.
Yeah.
But then again,
The mimic.
the mimic. But like.
So I
The thing
was
with
gonna
Afton
say
is-
there is definitely interpretation to be made that did kill
Yeah.
Afton.
So,
But even
I
if
got a
it was,
question.
then you could just say that was the mimic.
What happens
But,
when like the suit becomes like non-functional? Like Afton like cannot move in it anymore.
I think he'd still be alive,
He'd
but
definitely
he'd just
still be
be
alive,
in like
but-
even more pain than he already is now. Because like he's
Oh.
like still part. He and the suit kind of became one. It's kind of like a Venom situation, only instead of a goo alien, it's a robot rabbit suit.
Yeah.
goopy inner. It's just goopy vital organs.
Yeah.
Yeah, but so I definitely think, and I also don't really think the suit has any like power for him. I think it's just Afton's will to like not die that keeps it around, which I guess could help him. Any like super like
Oh, wait. Why are we not
Deadly
doing
attack
Afton
could-
versus Green Lantern? Why are we not doing Afton versus Hal Jordan?
Real.
because everyone knows that Hal Jordan would just get out the boot and boot Afton.
Real.
Right.
But he
Just
always
step and
comes
loser.
back. But Afton always comes back. So like, what would he do? What would he do then?
That's a good point. That's actually something I want to discuss when I go
Okay,
when
yeah,
we
let's-
actually
let's discuss
that.
the
So
infamous
for
line.
now,
Does he always come
For
back?
now, he does in fact always come back. But for now, I'm gonna place him solidly with like wall, maybe building level durability. So let's hear what Jaden has to say when it comes to Boss Baby's durability.
Yeah. What does he have to say to like the extent of his durability?
Yeah.
You all knew this was coming.
Oh god.
Oh gosh, let's see it.
Does he have like? Does he survive a planet or something?
Sadly
Does
not.
like
Dang. He's like, sadly not. It's actually a universe.
Yeah, it's like,
this is the thing
it
I
was
was
a
talking
monster or
about. This is the
something.
thing I was talking about, I think. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, you're gonna... the explosion.
This, and he is clearly in the middle of it, like where his car comes from. He
That
was
is like
in that.
that's like the hottest
I mean,
point.
to be... Yeah, no, that's definitely some, like, intent, although, like, it's like the whole, like, if you move your hand over fire really quickly, you won't really feel any pain, as opposed to if you just stick your hand in fire for, like, a while, then you're gonna feel something, so... I definitely think the speed of the explosion, the speed of his car
and
was kind of what negated the heat of the explosion.
And the
Yeah,
explosion
especially
is
because
definitely
when you see the explosion
definitely
drop, his
more-
car is nowhere to be found.
it is more tricky
Yeah.
than to be like treated as like kids' imagination going wild. Like there's this huge explosion. It's most likely not actually
Then-
there.
No, but once
I mean, we see later when...
it's your imagination. But then if you
But
look
we-
outside,
we
you
do
see that the fence
see-
is actually broken.
We see later in that same clip that when Tim is holding onto the back of Boss Baby's car, the car is moving at like a couple like not even like a mile per hour. It's moving like 0.5 miles per hour.
But then also in that scene where it's actually moving, you can see the fence is still broken and stuff. They have such a weird. This movie sucks. If we're being frank.
Oh
Jokes
No!
aside, this movie blows.
No.
It's a masterpiece, though.
Exactly.
It's up to interpretation. That's the art.
Am I the only one who understands the
So bad, I love
complexity?
it.
Am I the only one who understands the complexity of this movie? This movie isn't stupid. You're stupid.
What's that from?
You have to have
I
a
know-
very
I know
high
I've
IQ
heard
to
that
understand
before.
it. Boss Baby.
Exactly.
It's so
This is a fair
weird.
argument, yes.
It's like, oh, there's nothing happening, and then there's actually like magic, and the sequel just takes us up to 1 million. What I don't really want to say too much because that's gonna get into like Arsenal and stuff. But like, have you guys seen the sequel too? Have you guys seen Boss
I
Baby
have
2
not seen
Family
the
Business?
sequel.
I have not.
But I think
I've
we
actually
do
been meaning
need to
to.
get. I think we do need to get in like Arsenal and like abilities. So I feel like that's gonna be like the biggest deciding factor.
Well, I was gonna say, Jaden, is that your only durability feat, or do you have more?
Yeah. Is there anything else?
That is. That's real. That's like the best. It was kind of like because I saw the island and I was like, I don't have anything to compete with island level.
Okay, so
If
that
you
means
do wanna buy it, I
Springtrap
will
definitely
level
takes physicality.
That's fair.
Yeah.
So I
He's
definitely
physically
okay.
capable.
But it's like Boss Baby is kind of a mask situation where he just doesn't feel pain.
That is true.
So he kind of says no to damage.
That's
Yeah, he
a
just-
very
well, like-
dicey thing to say after you said that
Oh,
his
yeah.
durability and his AP should like scale.
Oh no, I don't mean his durability.
Hey, I said that.
Okay.
I'm not saying he
Okay,
could
I
dish
was
that
about to
out.
say.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. What I'm saying is for like the window.
He has a lot of
Okay,
pain
yeah.
tolerance. He's got a lot of pain tolerance. How about that?
Yes.
Yeah, he's like Courage, where he can take a lot of damage, but he still feels that damage.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Kind of. Like it just depends on what would be more
Only,
quote unquote comedic.
yeah.
Just like sometimes he's like thrown through the window and he's just like, oh shucks, and then other times he gets like flicked and he's just like, wah. It just
He's a baby.
Okay.
it's like SpongeBob. Even more like SpongeBob, where it's like he couldn't lift a glass of lemonade, or when he effortlessly rotated the entire planet. Right?
Yeah, no, okay.
He's a cartoon. is what
Okay.
you're
That's,
trying
you
to
know
say.
what? That's fair. That's fair.
That's
Yeah.
what you're trying to say.
That
He's a
is
cartoon.
fair. Okay. So, are we moving on to hacks now?
I think
Yeah,
you should
and
because while Springtrap
Yeah,
does
like
take
Arsenal
physicality,
/
if
hacks.
Boss Baby does
Yeah.
have some like stuff, I feel like he might be able to take it here if he does have some stuff. And that's the thing I
Yeah, I
wanted to
feel
ask
like
you,
this
Jaden.
is
about,
where
like,
we're gonna get to see some fun stuff from both.
Yeah. That's
Okay,
the thing I
so
wanted to ask
I
you,
feel-
Jaden. I'll ask
I
you
feel like-
later. How about that?
Pardon?
I'll ask Jaden the thing I needed to ask him later because I have
Okay.
I have a question that could like be a big factor.
Okay.
Let's
So I feel like I should start because I don't think Springtrap has as many like stuff at his disposal as Boss Baby does. Okay, so for starters, he is a genius. He has created multiple animatronics, and I don't know if you know this, but making robots is pretty impressive. He's also like a master at stealth and stuff like that, because he has to kind of like sneak around the area anywhere he is and attack you.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. He also, now this is like with the scooper, which is what injects remnant, which is kind of, I think it's similar to agony, but like not exactly.
Yeah.
So that's like where soul manipulation comes in, but he doesn't have that without the scooper. So, although I guess he made it, so I guess you can make the argument that he could potentially have it. But if you don't, then he's also got plenty of superhuman physical characteristics. Bodily weaponry, he can use like his incredibly intense robot limbs and jaw to eat humans, I guess.
Eat people? No.
Well, yeah, that's what Fredbear did to the crying child in 1983, and that's what the Mangle did to Jeremy in 1987.
No, but
he's also got three types of self-sustenance. He's got respiratory, so he doesn't really need to breathe; nutritional, so he doesn't need to eat; and restful, so he doesn't need to sleep. In FNAF AR, he can actually go invisible. So if you wanna count that, he can.
Yeah.
Inorganic physiology, type 1. Immortalities, type 2, 6, and 7, which is resilient.
No, you don't get to say. Okay, I was about to say you don't get to just say those without elaborating.
Yeah, no, I'm going to elaborate. Don't worry.
Battle wiki pulled up. Now I'm scared. No.
So he's got immortality type 2, 6, and 7, which is resilient, parasitic, and undead. Supernatural willpower, and he's also capable of creating illusions, because it's kind of implied that the phantom animatronics are his doing. He's got some technology.
I thought the phantom animatronics were just like the person's mind, like playing tricks on them. I thought it was like hallucination.
Oh, yeah, but it's like
it is.
it's because of Springtrap, I think.
I was gonna say, don't those
is.
have to do with like the ventilation?
It does.
Yeah.
That's what the Phantom animatronics are
kind of amplified. I think it's kind of amplified when the vents and the lights go out and stuff, because that's when the player starts hallucinating more. And
Like,
well, even then,
is Springtrap.
Oh yeah, no, that.
even then,
to be
he
fair,
does.
Because don't they still show up even if you do like just fix the ventilation? It's just they don't show
Yeah,
up.
no, because even then, Balloon Boy and Foxy and Freddy and the puppet. I don't think the puppet is. I think the puppet's actually physically there. So the other ones are Freddy, Foxy, Chica, Balloon Boy, and Mangle, which are the 5 Phantom animatronics.
Yeah, but
and the
even
puppet
then,
is
like,
physically there, I think.
People can see.
But
those kind of
even
illusions
then,
just
he
in, like,
does
nightmare
have,
situations,
like-
right?
Pardon?
People can see those like kind of illusions when they're in like a nightmare situation like that, when they're like panicking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, like those like phantoms,
Segway
and like
too.
after that, like the ventilation
Seg-
thing will like go out. So like, it's kind of like what the player is seeing, and it's not like something Springtrap is like doing.
Well, Segway 2, he also is capable of inducing madness, because in FNAF VR, he was able to. There's a guy called Jeremy. I know there's like multiple guys called Jeremy in the series, but
Huh.
in FNAF VR, Jeremy is one of the playtesters for the VR game, and the reason, and in the game he kind of, in like the lore, he kind of is like going crazy, and at one point he like cuts off his face with like a paper guillotine.
Oh shoot.
Obviously.
And that's because of Afton. That's because of Glitchtrap, who is the same guy. It's still Afton, just he's in the game now.
This introduces a very different, very interesting concept.
And then
Glitch
wait, hold on. Just
and
let me
Springtrap are essentially two different eras of Afton.
Yeah, basically. So Springtrap, the main Springtrap body.
Fly to Springtrap is what I'm asking here.
Honestly, technically, I
Like,
would
if it's
say
something he was
so,
only
because
able to do as Glitchtrap, like theoretically here, would that even be something Springtrap can do, or is that
Yeah.
something that Afton only can do as Glitchtrap?
Well, I think he can only do it as Glitch Trap, but I think because like since Glitch Trap is kind of like it's basically an AI replicating him, and it can possess like different people and different bodies and stuff. Because it like I think it possessed Jeremy, it also possessed Tape Girl, and also possesses you in the game in like multiple endings, which brings me to like his mind manipulation and his dream manipulation, because he gave Jeremy nightmares, and in VR he can perform digital consciousness transference. So he can technically body swap with you and leave you stranded in a.
Yeah, but wouldn't Boss Baby need to play the game for that to work though?
He could. I mean, if Boss Baby's only real win con to defeat Glitch Trap would be to play the game and kind of combat him in there, then I guess theoretically he could like mind control Boss Baby and leave him stranded, which would count as battlefield removal. But it's dicey. So if you want to accept this stuff,
if we're in a fight between Boss Baby and Springtrap, why would Glitch Trap occur?
Yeah,
Exactly.
I guess because maybe Glitch Trap is kind of like.
Glitch Trap is a very like specific happening. Like that isn't something that can just like happen mid-fight.
Although in FNAF in Security Breach with Burn Trap and stuff, it's kind of implied that he's like Glitch Trap possessing Afton's deceased body. And I know Security Breach is like very kind of complicated when it comes to the story and stuff, and Ruin kind of threw that all out of the bag, but FNAF is weird, so I just took everything into account.
You're throwing different interpretations here throughout here. I would like you to just ask, what interpretation do you take on Security Breach? Is that Afton? Is that the Mimic? Did he actually die in the like? It's a reassumed fire. What is your interpretation here? Because I feel like if you're going to take different feats from different interpretations of that one scene, that's not really fair.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. So I feel like in Security Breach, or like in FNAF 6, after Henry lights the fire and kills everyone in there, Springtrap's body is still kind of relatively intact, and at that point, that's when he's kind of rebuilt by like Vanny, because Vanny and Vanessa are two different people. Why the hell they are, it's confusing. But so he's rebuilt, and then he's given power, and that's when he becomes Burn Trap. And Burn Trap is specifically Glitch Trap possessing Afton's body. So technically, it's not actually Afton; it's just an AI replicating him.
Yeah.
Okay.
But Security Breach is complicated, and it likes to throw around what isn't canon, and it likes to retcon everything. And in Ruin, it's basically Afton is no longer there, and it's just the Mimic, and there's no way the Mimic was. See, this is what I'm talking about. FNAF is really confusing, so
yeah.
Give me for.
This is why This is why
Matt had put in. Oh, actually, I forgot to mention something. In one of the Freddy in Space 2, Freddy actually fights MatPat, and Springtrap scaled to Freddy, so Springtrap can beat MatPat.
So, okay, I want to say this is why you're supposed to research this stuff beforehand, so that you're ready with the information. That being said, I am also, as somebody that knows this series, I am very inclined to not blame you for not understanding.
Yeah.
Because to be honest, this is
yeah, are you really gonna like?
I don't think I.
We're not gonna be
I don't think I
like
can penalize
taking out points for Cap not understanding FNAF when like.
No. Oh yeah, no, I'm definitely not going to. If this were maybe any other series that weren't as confusing,
Kingdom Hearts,
I would maybe be putting him under a little more scrutiny. Not necessarily decrediting him, but more so just like you should probably like know what you're talking about if you research this. That being said, this is FNAF. I totally get this. Even with research, it makes sense that a lot of this stuff wouldn't like have clear meaning.
Yeah.
King, do you,
So
do you
please
understand King?
forgive me for doing this, but FNAF is just endlessly complicated, and I really
that's
do not
fair.
have the time, nor the money, nor the efforts, nor the determination to just sift through every
Alright.
game and
Alright, we just crossed like an hour of recording, so Jaden, what has Boss Baby got?
Yeah, what's Boss Baby got? Wait, before we continue, I should mention that he has resistances to fire manipulation, temperature manipulation, electricity manipulation, and soul manipulation. That's all.
Oh,
Hayden, the floor is yours.
okay, alright.
Ooh.
So, a lot of Boss Baby stuff would be weird against Springtrap, because that is a human under there, but he's undead. So it's stuff like, can Springtrap sleep?
Well, I guess he can, but he just
That's
doesn't
something
need to.
that- It doesn't exactly keep him from sleeping, it just like keeps him awake.
Yeah.
But if, say, hypothetically, Boss Baby threw a Christmas ornament, or like a bomb
That's
disguised as a
induced
Christmas ornament,
sleep.
with purple gas inside of it that forced you to go to sleep, would that make him go to sleep?
Does he have to like breathe in the gas?
I was gonna
I-
say, you did mention
Probably.
he basically doesn't have to use his respiratory system.
Yeah, no, he doesn't have to breathe, eat, or sleep.
Because like
Because
for-
he's basically
yeah.
self-sustained, because he's undead.
Now, on topic of
If it's-
that, Jaden, this is my
Other than
question I've been
that-
meaning to ask. Does Boss Baby have anything that can manipulate emotions? Because if he can, he can manipulate the agony. He can manipulate
He can-
agony,
I've been
and that's what keeps
really
Agony
waiting
going.
for that since I learned about agony. Boss Baby's
Oh, he's
entire
been
thing,
prepared. Alright.
Oh,
as
Is this a turnaround?
only him as a character, but as a franchise,
Oh,
all
God.
bases around cuteness. The first, like, the plot is like, oh, dogs are becoming more cute than babies, or cats are becoming more cute than babies. We need to make sure babies stay cute. And he goes to the end. Theodore goes to the end of the world to ensure cuteness. If his entire thing is I am cute and I have like almost control of how cute something appears, would that not counter out a bit of the agony?
question.
Even if it
Are
I
you
don't think
specifically
we
hold on?
know.
Are you specifically talking about like a baby's cuteness or just
yeah,
cuteness in general? I don't think that would work because
Of how cute
Remember-
it is.
remember, Afton is a child murderer. He does not care about how cute a child is. He will
That is-
murder whatever he wants.
That,
I'm
yeah.
definitely trying to wait for the argument here as to whether or not you believe Theodore's cuteness or cute manipulation or whatever would be able to overcome a child murderer's
think-
lust for child
Yeah.
murder.
That's his whole goal
Even if
is
it
murdering
can-
kids,
I'm not gonna
experimenting
lie.
on
Even
them.
if it can
feel like-
influence Afton's emotions
I'm
with
not
that,
gonna lie,
I don't
because
think it would be enough to
if-
override the agony.
Yeah.
Because to
Maybe
be honest,
not
if you
because-
can prove what I think you're trying to prove, I definitely think you have a very good point going on here.
Yeah.
Okay, I am dead serious. Listen, bear with me. Alright,
Okay.
this is an actual sentence I'm gonna say.
Alright.
Child murder, thoughts about child murder is not out of the question in the Boss Baby universe.
Okay.
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 So you guys haven't seen the second movie, but the plot is, but there's like, pretty much, oh god, I'm gonna have to,
I've seen a clip.
I
I've
watched
seen like
okay.
clips.
Okay.
I watched a shit months
so
ago,
are
like,
you
like,
telling
like-
me there have been people that have wanted to murder children in the Boss Baby that have been
there
stopped
have been people
because
that
of
wanted
this
to
man's
murder
like
attempt
cuteness
either.
manipulation?
There have been people. In the second movie, the main villain was like, he was he was like super fat baby, whatever, who was Boss Baby's like idol. He was a fat baby, and then he got kicked out, sent down to Earth, and he became fat old man or some shit. I don't
Is
know.
that the villain of the
I'm not
first movie?
sorry. I'm not.
Is that the
Yeah,
exact
I
same?
watched it at like midnight. months ago.
Isn't that literally like the exact same villain in the first?
Pretty much.
Gotcha.
I don't know why you expect creativity in the Boss Baby franchise, but
Fair.
I don't know. I feel like Afton's just sheer hatred for children would just be like, really?
To be honest,
I mean, he doesn't hate children, but he doesn't.
Let him go.
Okay.
let me cook. Let me cook.
Yeah, just let
Let him cook. Let him cook.
He resents babies. He has like a school for like children and stuff, and he tries to make it like seem like a friggin' like Nirvana paradise. This is real. You can watch the second movie, which I implore you all to do. This is cinematic
I
magic.
am going to watch the second movie as soon as this conversation is done.
Make sure I'm not talking out of my ass here. And if I remember correctly, it was like he was straight up ready to kill Boss Baby. Like he had no problem like leaving him in like a death chamber or something to whatever. And then Boss Baby just like suave swayed his way. This isn't like necessarily cuteness manipulation. This is just Boss Baby being a tricky bitch. He just like suave talked his way into this fat baby guy sharing his entire life story and like, this is why I'm mad, blah blah blah, and like, I'm gonna kill you. And then he just like didn't want to.
because he was so cute.
Again, it's not cuteness manipulation. This necessarily, it's because of like. What I'm saying is, I feel like either way, Boss Baby could kind of use his suave, epic Alec Baldwin. I don't know how the hell to explain this. The more I talk, the more I realize I sound like a dumbass.
Nah.
Bro,
You
you're talking about
were really
Boss Baby.
building up to something. You were building up to something huge there. I feel.
Yeah.
When I dropped, because I forget, I can't remember.
Dropped it a little
No, I
bit.
feel like it.
I personally think that Boss Baby's cuteness wouldn't be enough to actually get Afton to stop his child murderous ways, because remember, this guy
I'm not
kills
gonna lie. Yeah.
Yeah.
any kind of. He literally. I'm pretty sure at one point he like kidnapped a little girl who he killed a little girl. He killed Susie, who basically she was mourning her dog, and he was just like, "Oh, she's alive. Just come back here. He's alive. Just come back here." And then he murdered her in cold blood.
Yeah.
I was
And
gonna
she
say
became
though.
Pika.
I was
gonna
thought
say
I had.
if what you were leading to was that like he was able to like use charm and like cuteness manipulation itself to convince somebody that was like hell-bent on murdering him to not murder him, I was gonna say I feel like that is a very good point
That would
against
be a
Springtrap.
very
Hey.
good point, yeah.
The guy got kicked out by babies, and like he was like a freaking old guy, or he was disguised as an old guy. And he.
I feel like then that wouldn't really. Well, to be fair, Aston does have social influencing as well. He's pretty. I think in the movie, he influenced all the animatronics to think that other people were to the cause of their death.
Yeah.
I think I have to watch the movie again. But like,
I mean, kinda.
he's also very intelligent. Remember, he's the one who created the animatronics. So I don't think he would be like foolish enough to fall for Boss Baby's suaveness.
His Alec Baldwinness.
His Alec Baldwinness, exactly.
All right, yeah, you know what?
Possibly-
I'll tell you what. Is there anything else? Like, can you go over some more stuff in Boss
Is there
Baby's
any is there any like
Yes.
tools or arsenal he's got?
There's
Does he have any weapons?
Any weapons?
And so
Alright.
much of his tools and arsenal is from like TV shows and stuff, and I did not say footage. And
Oh, that's okay.
That's fair.
so.
Do you at least remember what he had?
Talking out of my ass.
Do you remember what he had?
But like I said,
Yeah.
well, like I said, there's like so many weird quote-unquote spy things. He can just like if he just says, "Hey, Baby Corp, send me down the frickin' Spasmaza 5000." There's
That a real
just
thing?
something.
Send me the William Afton killer.
It's just like it's like the whole Goku when he fights Goku when he's fighting Inspector Gadget, and Inspector Gadget says, "Go go Gadget, Goku killer."
Go Gadget Goku killer, yeah.
Baby Core, bring me Hakai.
Yo, Baby
Oh,
Core,
man.
you got the Infinity Stones? You still have those?
Yo, Baby Core, can you drop me down the ultimate nullifier really quickly?
Yeah, real
Baby
quick.
Corp, drop an anvil on this fucker.
Baby Core, put coal
Let
in
Looney
this guy's
Tunes do
stocking.
Baby Corp, decapitate this man.
Baby Core, send him to
But,
the
like-
Dark Realm.
Baby Core, send him to the principal's office and have him expelled.
Alright, well continue.
Yeah.
What you were saying.
Let's see what else we got.
But like I said, it's just like sleeping gas. He has that. He has memory wipers,
Emery White.
like complete full. Yeah, complete full memory.
Oh, that's a big one.
Oh,
That's
a
another thing
big
I was gonna pull into. I was gonna lead into, but I just accidentally dropped it. God damn it.
no, bro.
I mean, to be fair, if we are taking like the glitch trap stuff into account, then Afton could hack
I don't think we
like
should.
babies.
We're not.
I know, but-
I'm not
He-
gonna
he
lie.
don't-
If
he
you
don't-
you have yet to convince me
not-
that we should take that into account.
Do
Yeah.
not bring the digital.
I think even then, hold on, I forgot to mention that he does actually have technology manipulation. So I guess he could theoretically screw with his tech, maybe? I mean, is a lot of like Boss
I'm
Baby's
not gonna
arsenal
lie.
tech-based?
You are
I
not
know, I know.
doing convincing me.
Cap. It's not happening.
Yeah.
It's not happening.
Yeah, no.
Alright,
Again, first of
Jaden,
all-
continue.
We already
Yeah.
talked about Velocity
As
having
you
better
so
reaction
rudely
speeds.
interrupted, Cap.
That... Oh yeah, no, that's a good point.
What?
So like, even
Alright,
if-
well keep
even if
going with
somehow
your
Springtrap- Even if
discussion.
somehow Springtrap could like screw with the magical Boss Baby fucking pacifier teleporters, I don't think he'd be able to. It's just like a it's like this is a it's not as much technology as it is, yo, this is a Christmas ornament filled with sleeping gas. How does Springtrap tamper with that? How does William screw with that?
That's a good
It's like, oh, I'm
point.
gonna open it up, take it out.
I mean, even then,
Okay.
it probably wouldn't work against him because again, he doesn't need to breathe, sleep, or eat. So
Okay, about this, Jaden. Is there more of his arsenal? Like, is there any more tools?
Yeah.
Any more tools? Yeah. He can age and de-age people.
how's that gonna work on a corpse?
I don't know.
But
I
can he
don't know.
can he like age objects? Cause like the more time goes on, like the more like the Springtrap suit will like decay and be like
Hey,
be invisible
yeah.
and stuff like that.
That's
That's a good
yeah, I'm not
point.
gonna lie. That's
Can it age objects, or is it just people?
Jaden muted.
I haven't seen it. Okay, yeah, sorry. Someone's outside my door. I haven't seen it
Okay.
age objects. No, I think it was just people.
Okay.
even still, so long as he is sentient, I feel like that could work.
Yeah, but if it can only age
How
like
would it
the
work,
environment
though?
itself,
I know, Cap, you're very heavily leaning into this like he's a living corpse thing.
yeah.
But the thing is still that like he is still a person, you know, he is undead. This isn't like
So
he's an
what-
animate object. He is still a
What's
Yeah.
Stevie gonna do?
Yeah,
He's
that's
just
right,
gonna
that's
age him to
right.
the point where he's back to being human, and or well, he's not like undead anymore, but he's still kind of dead because he's still trapped in the suit.
Well, there
Or
is.
he
Because it
could
doesn't-
age
The suit would still
or
be
hear me
the
out.
suit would still be
I
old.
know.
But could he like
know,
age
I-
him,
I-
or could he
I-
like
I-
You
de-age
mentioned this
him?
earlier.
Can he like reverse?
He very easily could just age him further to the point where his like whatever
Yeah.
body he has left decays. you know?
Yeah.
So at that point, I think at that point,
He can't move.
at that point, I think
But
the
his
body
soul-
would just become because we see
But
in
his soul is
in
like tapped in
We-
to the suit itself, right?
Yeah.
well no,
Yeah,
but we
like-
see in like we see in like Security Breach and FNAF 6 that despite there still being like some like remnants of flesh, a lot of it is just like little like tangles of like muscle, and it's not even like his body anymore. I mean, yeah, his head is still like a rotting corpse, but at that point, I think if that were to happen, then his body would just become the suit.
Yeah.
He would just become another one of the animatronics.
Fair enough, I guess. But like, I'm trying to think of this from like.
Wait, hold on. I'm forgetting. Is it like an aging? Is it like an aging gun, or is it like is it like the thing we saw in Boss Baby 2?
It's like the thing in Boss Baby 2. Oh my gosh, how does it even work? What is it? What was it?
Wasn't it like a drink or something?
I think it was at one point a drink, but then they just started like at the end they were just like randomly aging each other up and down, and I can't remember how they did it now. For the life of me.
Well, it has to be through some sort of projectile if they were like doing it like constantly.
Yeah, like they were unwillingly like.
I'm looking at the Boss Baby fandom wiki.
You can't.
I'm kidding. I know I can't.
Disqualified. Boss
Yeah,
Baby
let's
wins.
let Jaden keep going with the.
I wasn't looking.
We do
I
need to
wasn't
wrap
looking
this up.
at the Boss.
Do-
I was
we
looking
do
at
need
the
to wrap
Boss
this up
Baby
here.
fandom wiki, not the FNAF wiki. Can't
Okay,
disqualify me
listen,
from that.
listen.
Guys. Shh.
I appreciate your enthusiasm to argue for your side. I want Jaden to be able to keep going through all the weapons and arsenal here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like let's not stop him until he's done.
Yeah.
But we're
Go ahead, Jaden.
Where it's just like, if someone's talking, I refuse to stop them. I'm just gonna be like, yep, go ahead. I'll listen to you for an hour, and then
Wait.
No, if I-
like, you interrupt me. I'm like, oh yep, bye bye.
If I start rambling when you're saying something, just tell me to shut up.
I'll tell you to
Because-
shut up, Caps.
Okay.
I will. I'm
No,
getting rude.
let Jaden do it. Jaden, it's because it's his argument. Okay.
There, it worked. Look at that.
Let's go.
Okay, so yeah, there's a lot of. Again, it goes into the imagination thing. How much of this is real? How much of this isn't? But we've seen actual damage. So for Arsenal, it's not just like that weird baby corpse stuff, which there is more I could talk about, but it's also like he has kids' toys. It's just like Jimbo uses it, but it's still on his property. Like the lawnmower, that was like the toy lawnmower that you could still manage to smash through a fence.
Oh, the buff baby that like did like the thing on the nanny, on the fake nanny, where he just kind of rolled it on his face.
Shut up, Capsirus.
Hey, I'm just trying
No,
to.
what?
I'm talking about boss baby.
Hold on, what are you talking about, Cat?
I remember in like the first movie when.
The full shut up Capsirus was like.
Use the full name.
But in the first Boss Baby movie, I remember there was like a scene, like one of the chase scenes where both Tim and Theodore were running away from like this nanny that the parents' boss got for them.
Tim does actually jump a train in that scene, so.
Oh yeah, he does. But, like in the scene, like the Buff Baby, I think he said his name was Jimbo, was it?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So in that scene, Jimbo he like jumped on the fake nanny's face and he just started like using the fake lawnmower on him.
Yeah.
Is that what you're talking about?
Alright, let Katie, let Jaden
Well,
keep
like
going.
that's the toy. That's the toy I'm talking about, but a different scene. I said earlier, it was literally just before the
okay.
like explosion.
Anyway, continue, please, because I just wanted to geek out about that scene.
So essentially, what you're saying here is that he's able to sort of like swap between reality and imagination to manipulate his own arsenal, essentially.
Think of Theodore Templeton from The Boss Baby as John Wick. The whole anything is a weapon in his hands thing. Like, he has normal toys.
Because he simply just imagines it to be.
Yeah.
And then it
He has
somehow
normal
means
toys that
actual
can
lasting
blast
reality damage.
To be fair, anything can be a weapon. Anything can be a weapon in the hands of a true ninja,
Get it?
But I don't.
or in the hands of Boss
But
Baby.
I don't think most preschool lawnmower toys can usually smash through fences, and I don't think most preschool.
All right, you know
cars
what? That is
That's
a good
fair.
point.
marks.
That is a point.
I don't think
yes.
they leave literal tire marks in the grass after, like in the driving scene, right?
Yeah.
And, like he's drifting and stuff.
Yeah. Alright. Alright, so is there any other like big
Is there anything
arsenal
else
tool that you want to talk about?
you want to mention real quick?
Oh,
Is that it?
but I don't know. It was kind of in the speed thing, of like is that astral projection or not? If it is though, or not if it is though, or yeah, sorry. Blah, blah, blah. If it is, then he can like, his pacifier is like he sucks on the pacifier and gets sent up there, right? And other people can do it too.
But he has to.
But he doesn't need. He doesn't need that. People don't need the pacifier to teleport through from like Baby Corp up.
Baby Park.
Like from Baby Corp to real life. There have been so many scenes. I don't know if it's just like they forgot to put it in or something, but mostly in the show, for what I've seen, the few episodes I actually watched, I just kind of clicked on random ones. But they just like what's her name? Like the girl baby, like Nancy something.
Amanda or whatever.
Amanda the Adventure. Amanda the Adventure, yeah.
Oh, that.
No.
She just like, her and Jimbo just kind of like teleported, like back to reality.
I see.
Quote unquote reality. So it's, and also he's used the pacifier, and then like you can see him kind of fading. So would that count as intangibility?
Considering, I'm not gonna lie, you kind of have sold me on the whole like reality imagination thing with the lawnmower.
A little
so
bit.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm willing to believe that is the case.
That he has like, cause like again he doesn't need it. That's just like an astral projection kind of thing.
Yeah.
So he has like astral projection, with just this damn pacifier. It's like astral projection,
But his
and
body's
when he does
still
that-
there, right? His body is still there.
What?
Like,
Yes, the
Yeah,
body's
no,
still
his-
there. There's a
his-
scene of his mom, like walks in the room and they're both just like sucking on it. But again, even though it is just like, oh, they're just okay, so that's not, you can't get feats from that. He brings stuff from like Baby Corp into the physical world and like just teleports between it without the pacifier. It's so
Okay.
weird.
okay.
So what you're saying
That's
is
what
it
I'm
is
saying.
astral projection, but it is like
Yes.
real ass astral projection that allows him to bring things
I
like,
gotcha.
to and from.
I
Yeah.
gotcha.
Like,
That's
what I'm-
So he's
alright.
still got some form of physical interaction.
yeah,
Okay.
intangibility with physical. Like, I don't know how.
So isn't that only when he like goes to Baby Corp, or is that just like in general?
I think in general. It's
Alright.
like, and like, a lot of it again is built on imagination. And if he's in, like, if he astrally projects himself or whatever it is, we'll just settle on astral projection. When he does that to Baby Corp, think of it, you've seen scenes of him go to Baby Corp, but have you ever actually seen scenes of him coming down and back to his body without him just spitting out the pacifier and being like, alright, that's it, we're done?
That's a good.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just, he just appears back. And he can still, like, Baby Corp is definitely a physical place, right?
It
We
is,
all
yeah.
agree on
Yeah.
that.
It's
Yes.
100% a physical place.
And when he astrally projected at the beginning, Timothy and him were just walking through like babies, and he was like, "Oh, we astrally projected," like in his Alec Baldwin voice. And he's just like, "Oh, we're intangible right now. This is just our imaginations, right?"
Mm-hmm.
He just walks through them, and they can't see him.
Yeah.
So what you mean to tell me is that theoretically mid-fight he could suck on that pacifier to while leaving himself open in that one spot, he could astral project himself elsewhere and physically still interact with Afton.
That is exactly
if he
what I'm
finds a-
saying.
Blindside him.
If he finds a safe place
Oh my god.
to like suck on that pacifier, he
Oh.
could like gain an advantage that way.
And again,
Then
fast
again, though, it's
reaction,
like
maneuverability.
And then his fast reaction speed means theoretically as soon as his astral projection is in danger, boom, back to reality.
the problem is
Yeah.
though, Springtrap himself, he can also go invisible. So if like let's say Boss Baby starts attacking him while he's astrally projected and Springtrap goes invisible, can Boss Baby? It's invisibility. It's not.
He's used
Wait,
no, but he has
okay.
like night vision, like heat seeking. What's it called again?
Oh my god.
Oh,
Thermal, like
Holy
there it is, thermal
shit.
vision.
no way,
Like,
bro.
But let's say then.
Thermal vision.
Him and Tim have like the goggles that are just like those cheap ass spy goggles, but they actually work. Again, the imagination thing.
Oh my god.
And like it's like he sees green, and he can see like his mom walking through the kitchen. Like you can see her heat signal. It's hotter than the rest of the place. It's like all black except.
Oh my god.
That brings up a question though. Isn't
shit.
Captain is literally is a dead human piloting a machine that doesn't work?
Yeah,
so would
he's
he
still gonna get
really
heat
give
off.
up any heat?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't
that's
think
still
he would.
decent, though.
But
Would it?
like the bot, it still has like the electrical circuits. He's got to have like something like
Yes, exactly.
keeping him moving. And if like the agony is like a specific like agony,
There's
and
a single
it's treated
spark.
like as this some sort of like physical like
If he's
soul
giving
force.
off energy, he's giving off heat.
Yes.
Yeah, like you can see like sparks fly off him in so many scenes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, one more thing. I just want
Also,
to say,
he's really loud too. So.
Boss Baby. I just want to say, Boss Baby has used a water gun.
So.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
So do
That
you think
would
he
be-
has anything that could actually like incapacitate or
I mean, this
put after
Springlock
that?
failure is actually, it's already happened. They can't really damage him again, can it?
Yeah. They're already like embedded into his. The spring locks are already embedded into his body.
no,
I feel like if you were
Okay, wait, hear me out.
Oh gosh.
I feel like if you were to
What
actually
if-
spray him with water again, they would just full on deactivate and he'd be.
What if
Not-
he de-ages him to where he goes like before the suit snapped on him, and then he shoots him with the water again to essentially like kill him all over again?
I don't think that's how the de-aging
Well,
works. It's not exactly
Yeah,
like
no.
reversing something
Remember,
that
the de-aging thing doesn't
It's like
work on
reversing
objects.
someone's
It just works on
age.
people. So Afton would still be stuck in
Yeah,
a
we
suit.
didn't actually.
But
with
maybe,
spring locks.
maybe, hear me out. Maybe he could like,
Maybe.
he could de-age his like corpse to the point where like he became human again, and that like pain of like getting
And
like,
then
like
the
stabbed with all the spring locks like
spring locks
happens
would then,
again,
like fuck him up again.
and it's just like unbearable
Oh my God.
in that moment.
Well, the spring locks would still be. The spring locks would still be. The spring locks would
Yeah,
still
but
would still just be embedded in him. He'd still feel
No,
it.
well,
It
yeah,
wouldn't
no,
really.
that's the thing though, is that like he de-ages him to the point where he's not as used to it anymore, but the spring locks are still embedded in him, so they still fuck him up again.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
But
that
then again,
when
it would
he
just
was
result
talking
in him becoming Springtrap again, and give or take a couple decades.
Yeah, but if
then
you
he-
think about how long it
But we're talking
took
about the
for him
fight
to
in this
become
moment.
active
Like,
again
if the two
after
met up
that.
at the very specific moment and started fighting, like, who would be able to come out on top? It's not like if he can come back.
Like that's the thing. How long was he
Ugh.
out before he
30
became
years.
active again as
30
Springtrap?
years.
I think
30 years?
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
it-
I'm pretty
FNAF
sure that
3
counts as a win.
Yeah.
FNAF
All I'm
3
saying
takes
is,
place.
if you can incapacitate him for 30 years, I think that counts as a win.
I'd say so too.
Okay, but like, what if like one hit from Springtrap just completely knocks, or just like
Like,
let's
how
just
can he
say
hit?
that.
So
Well, remember, I mean, we remember he may not be as like agile as him, but he's still like
Okay.
really fast.
it's still yes. Well, again, is that race
Uh,
car thing
like,
should be? Can you
Yeah, but even
validify
then,
the race
with
car
like
You
the
can-
Boss Baby's
yeah,
like
but, like,
horror
again-
movie esque, his like it was like a horror movie esque like teleportations. He's not exactly slow. Like Springtrap's faster,
Yeah.
but he's not like that.
Yeah,
much
no.
faster.
I was gonna
But
say,
like,
he's still going
Okay,
to struggle
listen,
to land
like-
a hit.
Yeah.
My thing is,
Yeah.
it's just,
Because
this essentially comes
he's
down
tiny.
to, at least from my perspective here, can Springtrap land his hits? Because he is more strong and durable, definitely.
I feel like he
And
could
I wanna
definitely
say-
mess. He could
I feel
definitely
like
mess
if
Boss
he-
Baby up if he
like,
got a good.
let's just
hit.
say
Boss
that-
Baby is able to utilize his arsenal to incapacitate Springtrap.
Yeah.
question.
Like,
question.
here, let me say
And
something.
Wait,
when the
Can I ask a question?
All right.
So
let's
yes.
do a bit more and then we decide.
when
Like
Okay.
like
I-
remaining
when-
questions.
And then I have a
can I
who
Okay.
has points to make.
when Boss Baby uses like his de-aging thing, does it also de-age the memories? Does it like kind of send the memories back to when they were that age?
No, like
Okay.
they're like,
So
oh no, I'm a
even
baby
if-
now.
Even if, so let's say he does use this de-aging thing on Springtrap, and he turns him back into a human. Springtrap would still have the knowledge and all that stuff of Agony to summon his big giant robot thing and just crush
Yeah, but
Theodore.
what if he memory wipes him?
That I did not. That yeah,
Yeah,
but like
he can just do that. If he memory wipes him, then like that agony is gone, and he can't.
how well
utilize
does
it.
the? Well, no, the agony would still be there. He just wouldn't know how to use it. But like,
Yeah,
how
no, that's
so
how
he's
how,
basically
how,
assuming
gone.
he's only memory wiping him for the fight or whatever. It's like that.
how
does he
potent is
then
like the
understand
memory
he
wiping?
needs to use that
It
against him
depends.
at that
It can
point.
be. The
How
memory wipe
potent
can
is
be
the
like-
memory wiping?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is the memory? It just depends on the scenario. I've seen it used multiple times, and like in the second movie at the end, it was like for days, which like obviously is not enough for him to completely forget about it.
Yeah. But
He's
what's like
definitely
max?
not
What's
gonna
the what's the max it's been shown?
Max, it's been shown.
Yeah. So like what's like the max time frame? Is it like a year, a month, how long?
I would say the max it's actually been shown that I've seen would be like a few days like that. But I don't.
Okay.
I feel like
So I feel like even if the memory wiping was used, I feel like it still wouldn't really have an effect because Afton has been around for a long time. He's been like around for decades. So if like it could make him forget about the fight, but I feel like the moment he sees like a child, he's just gonna go, "Oh hey, I can murder this child and
I
put
don't
it in
think
a suit."
Springtrap is just like I see
You're not
child,
really-
I kill. He's not like he's not.
That's
Okay.
the thing
True.
though, is that
He's
like,
not a.
Yeah.
as soon as that
Okay, just
happens,
listen
as
to
soon as
me
that
when I
happens,
say
he's
this.
automatically forgotten everything he had just learned about that kid's like arsenal and.
But I
Yeah.
feel like he would
Listen,
still. I
listen
feel
to me
like
when I say this. He's not a
Like,
robot.
Eventually,
He's
not
a
going
guy
to
in
be
a
able
robot,
to
but he's not
retain
a
any
robot. He's
information
not.
that he learns over the course of the fight,
He's
so
not
long
like
as he
Can
programmed to kill.
we have one person talk at a time, please? Because I am hearing a lot,
Yeah,
but not a lot of it is going in my ears.
Alright, wait. Can go ahead.
Okay, so-
what we've been saying
I'm
about the
sa-
entire
okay.
time.
the way I'm seeing this here is whatever information Afton could end up learning about Boss Baby's arsenal or his speed or anything that Boss Baby has over him, as soon as he gets his memory wiped of the fight, he does not remember any of it, and that can then further be used against him more.
And what I was gonna say is, he's not like a robot. I mean, he is, but he's not like programmed to like kill. He's not like programmed to like have these like desires and like
Hey, you're
these
treating like a
feelings.
solid JJ sketch. Like he just sees a child and he's just like, must kill child. Right?
Well, he still kind of has like he still got his own little like. I feel like if like he like Boss Baby memory wiped him and then I don't know what else would he do? Like would he like de-age him? I feel like
It's not
You ever killed
about
a
just
baby?
de-aging him. It's just like if he can wipe his memories, like his entire like all of his memories, like
the question
his
though,
agony,
does-
he wouldn't know how to use his agony. He wouldn't know how to like utilize like some of his
Like, what if he
best
just
powers.
keeps-
I mean,
Storing
he
the
still
memory.
would, because like if it's like erasing his memories for like from like a couple days ago. Remember, he's
Yeah,
still
but if
got
it's a couple
decades
days,
under his
What if he
belt.
just keeps doing it? What if Theodore just keeps using it?
Yeah.
Wouldn't that
Can
just
he do that?
hypothetically be able to go back?
Can he do
Yeah,
that?
actually, Jaden, has it been shown to have any sort of cooldown? The memory
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No?
No.
Boss Baby, of course it hasn't. They
No.
don't think that far.
That is
Oh.
true. Okay.
Alright.
Okay, but like, is it like a beam or something?
It's kind of just like the Men in Black kind of thing, like Flash. Just, like,
Oh.
you remember-
So it's like
Okay.
the
Okay.
freaking.
But I don't
Okay,
think
but,
they
like-
need to look at it. He had like some babies from Baby Corp do it. Like I think he did it once, and then the rest was like babies from Baby Corp. He was like, "Hey, get these guys out of here," and the babies just kind of like, zoom, just like a flash of light over them. They didn't even really stare at it, and then just gone.
I still feel like if this does like happen if like there is a fight, I feel like that Afton is fast enough and strong enough to kill Boss Baby before he uses any of his technology.
Well, that's
And, like,
that's
even
what I think.
then-
I
I still
don't know.
don't
The
buy
way I
it.
see it is I feel like the faster reaction speed is definitely going to be helping more than a faster like.
To be fair,
Especially if
that
And
is
if-
the
Springtrap
Especially
cannot.
if the advantage in combat speed isn't as wide as,
Well, to be fair,
believe.
And
okay, this is a
Race
question.
are
Does Boss Baby have like? I know Boss Baby's hand-eye coordination is like really good and stuff, but does he have any actually like solid concrete reaction feats?
Well, like. It's
Like I know he's very but mobility can only get you so far in like a fight with someone who's stronger and faster than you.
like that.
Because eventually you're gonna. Well, yeah, I
The
get
astral
that, but
projection, like I talked about, that
like we don't really know how fast that is, and we also don't really know like the specifics of that feat. Because like for all we know, it could just be sending them to another dimension instead of like launching them. They're like all I'm saying is, I feel like while his mobility and his agility is really like good, I think his like reaction timing is like a little slower. So while he is probably going to be able to maneuver around the battlefield a lot better than Springtrap, I feel like Springtrap's speed would probably still allow him to net him the win, and especially with like his strength and stuff.
it's
Well, but
possible.
like-
So, but like his win con would have to be memory wipe him like a billion times, de-age him, and then just let him die by himself. But like he like in a fight to the death, he won't really necessarily know like to do that instantly.
Again, he can kind of use anything if you want.
I know he can use anything, but my point is would he last long enough to use those? Because remember, Springtrap is faster and stronger, so despite Boss Baby's mobility being a lot better, would he be like fast enough to use his tech before Springtrap like sucker punches him in the face and knocks him out and then kills him?
I feel like the
Do you see where I'm coming from? Because like you can't just like default to, because if like we default to that, then I feel like Springtrap would just be able to know and like hack or like just disable Boss Baby's technology, because he does still have
Okay.
technology manipulation as Springtrap.
I was gonna say
But like,
it's
not all
like
technology
a lot
that
of
he's got.
his.
Yeah, I know, but
Yeah.
like,
But also, I would like to point out, we do see in the earlier example he showed of the like projecting to Baby Court,
yeah,
that was launching them, and we can see someone like Tim was not prepared for it, and so he ends up like falling on his face. Boss Baby very much is shown to be able to react, to that kind of stuff.
yeah, I know, but like, for all we know, like, I don't know, I'm watching the clip again, and it doesn't look like they're going like that far. It kind of looks like they're in the air for like a couple of seconds at most, and it doesn't really look like they go that far up. Because like at the very peak before they go into the clouds, I'm sorry if I'm fast enough, it looks like, they go pretty high up, but I wouldn't say like they go as far as like an airplane high. I feel like it would be like a match like how far a drone can go before it loses connection.
I was gonna say they go above the clouds, and you can usually see like airplanes below clouds and stuff.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean that's like
especially
airplanes.
since it only takes them like 5 seconds to get up there. I feel like that's
Okay,
very fast.
let's assume. Okay,
Gotta be
let's just
fast.
do a little bit of math here. So,
Oh boy.
sorry, I'm just. Okay.
We need to start deciding.
Yeah, so let's just assume
Is
that
there
a
anything you
baseline,
wanna mention
they
about
went
it?
above the low level clouds, which are 6,500 feet up. Let's say, okay, how long did it take them to kind of
5
teleport,
seconds.
or to kind of
5 seconds.
5 seconds?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So So it took them 5 seconds. And they went 6,500 feet up. That would mean their speed is at like, okay, so that is 886 miles per hour. So that's impressive, and that's faster than Springtrap's race car feet. So he's definitely got the. But then again, Springtrap can also react to like electricity.
Yeah, but the electricity is like, it's a bit inconsistent.
I know it's not.
It's a bit vague.
Lightning.
But I feel like, with all this evidence we got now, I think it's time that we do start like deciding, because we have
electricity.
Everything that we need.
We really gotta start wrapping this up.
We do have everything we need, Cap.
I know. Hold on. I'm just looking at it. So electricity. Okay, I'm just gonna do this to miles per hour.
Well,
okay,
that's
so
the thing. It's like, it's electricity, but is it lightning? Because I don't think that.
it's not like hold on. How fast is
It's
lightning?
not exactly like they're dodging it though. They can like react to it, but they're not exactly like dodging to it.
It's like,
I
that's
feel
the
like-
same as you and I being able to see like when something zaps another person, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know if it's like that. I still feel like Springtrap is a little faster. So.
All right.
So,
Right.
turns out I've been on mute for a little longer than I thought.
We have to go soon. So let's start wrapping this up.
I should go soon. My family just got home.
I already know what you guys are gonna vote for. So.
Kim, do you want to go first? Because I think I have my answer.
Just get it out of the way.
I'm thinking.
Also, one more
Okay,
thing.
so-
One more thing. I still am not entirely sold on race car speed Springtrap. I don't know how.
Yeah, well, I'm not entirely sold on freaking Boss Baby's super reaction speed. So we're both in the same camp.
girls. Okay, girls. You don't
Yeah,
have to
because
fight.
I was being nice to you.
You don't have to fight, girls.
thank
Come
you.
on.
So, alright, I'll get this out of the way first. My interpretation of what both of you have been saying here is that at any moment Springtrap could end up landing a lucky hit or two, and at that point I feel like, yeah, Boss Baby's done for. But in that same vein, I also feel like Boss Baby is a bit faster with enough tools that can either disorient to like temporarily take him out, or just straight up like incapacitate him.
Yeah.
Well, let's not forget that Boss Baby is pretty tiny as well. You know,
That makes him-
but
that
that
makes
also
him-
makes him harder to hit.
Yeah.
At
It makes
the
him
same- Yeah,
a
but
smaller target.
Say,
One of them is
Okay,
working
just-
with a
just-
much bigger target than the other.
So, is that it? Your vote's on.
you're going for Boss Baby?
Is that your vote?
You know, I feel like Jaden has convinced me a little bit more, just
Yeah.
slightly more. You've both done some very good convincing.
Y'all done
don't
some
get me
great.
wrong.
Y'all did a great job with this.
I feel like
But
Let's
I-
just get it over with. Just say Boss Baby wins already, because I am.
It's just that I do believe
No,
that
honestly, this is deep
Springtrap.
now.
I do believe that Springtrap does have a very good chance at this. I think it's. I
This
do
was
think
an
it's
incredibly close
very.
match.
It's just that like I don't know if that lucky hit is going to be able to come for him because I do think he might end up being a little bit faster with like the facts and stuff that we presented, but Boss Baby would still be really hard to hit, and with all of his like hacks, tools, abilities that can like really mess
Astral
with
projection.
Springtrap, including like
can't
being
hit
able to
him.
erase his memory, erase his agony, and stuff like that.
I don't
I
think you
feel
can
like
erase
I'm
his
gonna have to
agony. I
give it
think
to
you can
Boss
just
Baby.
erase his memory of agony, but it would still be
He can't
there.
erase his memory of agony, but he can erase his memory on like how to use it. Like it can erase his
Yeah.
memory of like his pain, his trauma or whatever, his like goals even.
This is also a thing where like, are we assuming this is a fight that has to end in death, or is an incapacitation enough to say that one wins?
We never.
I think it's
I
gonna be
feel
like
like
another.
that's-
It's like another death battle situation where an incapacitation could
Yeah, because
count
even
as a win.
because
I
even
was
if it
gonna
doesn't,
say,
even if it
There's
doesn't
no
end
way
in
Boss
death,
Baby has
even if it does have to
like
end in
any
death,
way.
if he's like straight up incapacitated and cannot move, then that's basically it for Springtrap. And
Yeah.
that even brings
It's
up
like
the
my
question,
thing is, I don't think that Boss Baby has a way to kill Springtrap.
me
That is
neither. I
very
think
true.
he doesn't have a way to kill
Honestly,
Springtrap, but like,
I don't know if I
in the
have one.
terms of the battle and like winning, I feel like he just has enough to like take him down.
Yeah.
And it's like, if, like, the best thing for Springtrap is, like, that Boss Baby wouldn't be able to survive. Like, really the only thing was the storm. But again, the astral projection.
And that's
Yeah, but
like,
then again,
that's
his
even
body would
more
still be
vague.
there physically, so Springtrap
Because-
could just kill his body.
Because the storm seems like more like an effect of the agony rather than like an ability he can do. It's not like he can just like summon
Yeah,
it
I'm-
from anytime he
No,
wants.
but it's like the
I would
whole.
like I would like to bring up, he wasn't technically the one who did the storm, that was Noel. It seems less like a physical ability he can do to just
Yeah.
take out a
Yeah.
storm that'll
That's what I'm
kill
saying.
you, so much as it is an energy output.
Yeah, no, that's exactly what it
Where
is.
Theoretically, he definitely does have that kind of energy, especially if Cap is correct here and he can just like take out a mecha to just like fuck up Boss Baby. Yeah.
Well, it's less like a mecha, but it's more like a
Like,
kind of. Actually, no, it is kind
like
of a
a
mecha.
collection of
Only he's not really piloting it.
Isn't
so.
the FNAF universe full of like tiny mechas?
Yeah, no, there's like Plush Trap, the Music Men from Security Breach.
Yep. So yeah, I'm not trying to like decredit you, not at all, Cap. You did some great arguing. You brought up some great points. But I feel like with like what all that was presented, I have to lean towards Boss Baby a bit here. Like, oh, and I.
Oh boy, the comments are going to be very interesting on this video.
Who's?
you know what?
Yeah.
I actually can't believe I'm saying this. I think last second, just because of that,
What?
I might want to say Springtrap actually.
Wait, for what?
What?
Well,
Hold on a second. Hold on.
If-
Wait, for what?
Wait, okay. No. This isn't a definitive thing. I just want to ask Cap one more question here.
Okay.
Okay.
yes.
So, how does this work? The way he's able to like pull together like scrap and stuff, right? You mentioned like.
I think it's
scrap
kind of
elements
like
of junk.
I think it's kind of like a Magneto situation where it just comes from wherever.
Okay. And is he able to control these things while he is also like conscious and able to move? Like theoretically,
think so.
if he's going
Actually-
for Boss Baby, would he also be able to have like a robot army essentially that he constructs?
Theoretically, I think so. Yeah.
But he does this with
okay,
agony.
doing that.
He does this with agony,
No,
right?
hold on.
Okay, because
Yeah,
that
no, he
might be
doesn't do
completely
anything.
over
Robot
here.
He's like,
Like,
Huh?
no,
well, no, it's
The
not
way I'm
coming from
seeing
like
this
it's coming
is
from like
all-
the environment. It's not coming from.
see, yeah, the way
So
I'm
this is just
seeing
something
this
he
is
can do?
essentially Springtrap needs that one solid like hit or blow essentially. But before we kind of figured, he doesn't really have much that he could use to get that hit in before Boss Baby incapacitates him. If he's able to overwhelm Boss Baby though with like even just a bunch of small robots that he creates out of like the scrap metal that he pulls from around him, I feel like that could
Never
get him the hit.
Never
Maybe.
expected Boss Baby for Springtrap to become
Even
an
with
army
that though, I
fight.
still think
Right.
I think I'd still have to lean with Boss Baby though, since stuff like the memory
Let me
wipe
say-
and stuff like that. I feel like
For-
it's quicker. It's more like
okay,
direct.
yeah.
It's
Theoretically
more direct.
here, if halfway through controlling these robots, he forgets how to, they just stop, right?
And also, I have
Are they
I have something.
sentient, or does he
If we're
control
doing
them?
that whole- If we're doing the whole army aspect of like, oh, he can just make a bunch of robots. Boss Baby owns Baby Corp. Like, he's the boss of Baby Corp. Couldn't he just send the babies down? Like I said, at the end of the day,
Theoretically,
he's
but
I think-
what are
I
a
think
bunch of
more
babies
considered
gonna do
outside
against a
help,
bunch
though.
of robots?
That'd be considered more than outside help, since Springtrap is like actively creating this thing. It's like
Yeah,
It's like-
he's creating them from the
think about this.
From
If
the crap around him.
if Iron Man fought like I don't know, freaking Esdeath, and Iron Man just called like all the Avengers down, that would be considered outside help. But like if Esdeath created like a massive army of like ice soldiers, that wouldn't be considered outside help since she like made those things herself.
No.
Yeah, as opposed
that-
to then Iron Man calling in his armors, that's not outside help. He made
Yeah,
those.
that is something
right.
he created
Okay,
himself.
that
Yeah,
makes
that's
sense.
true.
I'll give
Yeah.
you that.
So it's
Right.
it's a case where I definitely feel like he has counters.
I'm
but at the
actually
same
kind of
time,
surprised this is debatable,
Unless
like,
he
at
can,
all.
unless he can really like overwhelm Springtrap with the memory wiping and the aging stuff.
Yeah.
I do feel like eventually Springtrap is going to be able to construct himself something that will overwhelm Boss Baby, and get him that hit that he needs to just.
That makes my thinking more wonky, but even after all that,
Yeah.
I still think I'm gonna have to side with Boss Baby here. Since, like, he has a lot of stuff that can just straight up, like, incapacitate, like, Springtrap's, like, armor and stuff like that. So I feel like while eventually Springtrap could get that lucky hit, I feel like it'd be hard for that hit to come when Boss Baby can, like stop his and stop his, like, memories and stuff like that. It's like
That's true, yeah.
Why is this match debatable? Oh my god.
I don't know. This is
Just
incredible.
the way I see it is it really does hinge upon that one hit. I do feel like the ability to overwhelm Boss Baby, if he has his bearings, does make that hit significantly more likely, if not guaranteed at least. So it does keep things still very debatable.
Yeah.
Again, astral projection, intangibility.
Yes,
You know-
that is true, but at the same time, it's like theoretically, if he astral projects and his original body is still like hit, that should still carry.
Yeah, his
over
body's
once he-
still
once
there.
he, like, comes back.
Okay, true. What about just like the straight up teleportation of Baby Corp though? What if he just teleports away and just like gathers like a TARDIS situation?
But that's like fleeing.
It's like he goes to Baby Corp like in a TARDIS and gets a bunch of weapons.
Yeah.
So we gotta I really have to go.
It's a hard one.
It's a
really
tie.
hard one.
Come on,
You know what,
come on,
fuck
King.
it.
At least give
We'll
me.
make it a tie. I'll give Cap the vote, so we'll make this a tie.
No, because I know that the
It's
vote.
gonna
I
be
know
on-
that the.
Oh yeah, the vote on Luke's poll. They voted for Springtrap.
I know the poll was Springtrap.
Post a picture.
Of the poll?
Yeah. It's on my community page.
Yeah.
One second.
Because honestly, my thing is like, as
I'm on
soon
the
as
fence about
Springtrap
this.
gets any sort of momentum with the robots or that he's able to construct, so much of Boss Baby's gadgets actually will work on something like a robot as opposed to like Springtrap himself. Because even if they'll work on Afghan,
Yeah.
if he constructs a little robot to overwhelm, like a robots or whatever, to overwhelm Theodore, how much of his gadgets are actually going to be able to stop the robots from overwhelming him? Wait,
This is hard.
no,
man.
he has the water gun. He has the water gun, doesn't he?
He had the
Yeah,
water
but that's-
guns, but
that's
like
like
that cannon
robot.
carries a limited.
That's like
That carries a
robot.
limited
that?
amount of ammo.
Yeah, but like,
Um,
would that fuck
I
up a
don't know.
robot?
They're
Like, I think
more.
so.
It would, but like one water gun against like an army of robots, and that's like you'd have to hit like the circuitry of the robot for it to do anything.
Okay, so here's the thing. I feel like that poll shouldn't count since that was before the episode came out. So if this were to tie, we would need another poll for people who have actually seen and been convinced to vote.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't know. This
So,
is what the death battle
under the idea that that poll does not like really mean anything to this right now, I am still probably leaning Springtrap.
I'm on the fence about this because of the poll and King. Like, I was voting
Yeah,
for Boss Baby. I
very-
still think he has a good enough
Very
chance
on the fence.
incapacitate
I'm not
him.
gonna lie.
I feel
if-
like
if
since
Cap
I'm like
did not
I could go
bring up-
either way, I feel like I'm gonna have to lean towards Springtrap a little bit more, just a
Yeah.
tad bit more, just enough to
Alright,
give him the
alright.
win.
I
Yeah.
will concede.
All right.
So is that it?
That's official. Springtrap is our first winner of Stick 'em Up. Meaning, boo! Cap is our first winner. Boo!
I can't believe I'm going to say
Yay!
this. honestly, genuinely, Jaden was actually so close to taking my.
He was this close. If you could see my finger right now, they'd be almost touching. This was so close. This was actually so much fun.
If you did not bring up him being able to like pull metal from his environment and just like create robots.
Yeah, I would have like stuck to my vote, Boss
alongside
Baby.
him,
Yeah.
I would have actually said Boss Baby.
Oh my god. I'm legitimately shaking right now, like, cause that was,
Like,
oh man.
It's not that serious, Cap. It's Boss Baby versus Springtrap. It's not that serious.
Very Capsirus.
No, bro.
Very
You have
Capsirus.
no
not-
idea
it's not
how
that
destroyed
Capsirus.
my ego is.
Yeah,
It is not that Cap serious.
You have no idea
no
how
cap.
destroyed my ego would have been if I lost to Boss Baby.
Who doesn't?
You have no
Almost
idea how
did,
destroyed
though.
my ego
You almost
is.
did.
I
I've
almost
been
did.
thinking that
I
Boss
almost
Baby
did, and you know what?
for a year. Like,
I commend Jaden. He did a phenomenal job.
Yeah, you did too.
Really
You really went in. I was not prepared for island level Springtrap, which like even if you don't buy the
Okay, that was
still,
just weird.
Like
That was just weird.
Yeah.
Oh,
even if you don't buy like that whole storm thing,
'Cause I
but
was,
like
yeah.
mecha and stuff. Alright, good job, Cap. You deserve
Alright.
this one.
Yeah, congrats.
Great
Cap.
job to both of you, actually.
You
Y'all did a
pulled
great
that
job.
off. It
And
feels
now,
weird to
next time it's
congratulate
gonna
you
be
for
me versus
convincing us
King
that a
in
child
something.
murdering like robot man could kill a baby, but you know.
Yeah.
Should we decide what our next match is gonna
There
be,
has to
like,
be a
while
scene.
we're, like, recording, or should we just do it after?
let's just do it after.
and then make like an announcement
Let the-
post or
let-
something.
I will.
Let
Yeah,
them all
yeah.
be surprised.
I'll
Let them all be
I'll make an
surprised.
announcement post, like, a bit after, like, the episode comes out, maybe, like, a day or something, I don't know. 2 days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds
And
good.
also, like, I'm not expecting this to get, like, a ton of views or anything. This is just something
it's just
fun we're
fun.
doing.
It's just something for fun.
Yeah.
And honestly, I really couldn't care less if anything I make gets a lot of views. To be honest.
Yeah, it's just for fun.
It's really just for fun.
Yeah.
Even though
there needs to be a scene. If they did this, there needs to be a scene where Springtrap tries like snap his neck, and then Boss Baby just like twists his body over.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
All right,
But yeah, that was
do
our very
really
first
need to go,
episode of
though.
Stick 'em Up. I'm gonna stop the recording right now. Thank you all for watching. If you even made it to this point, I know we've been recording for quite some time now. But
Yeah.
if you just listen to this, like, I don't know, while working out or something, I don't know. Just
imagine
something
workout
stupid.
music.
Workout
Wonder what
music,
you
workout
working
Workout
podcast.
music,
Heavy metal,
Spot
hard rock.
Baby versus
Hard
Travis
Travis.
Baby.
I will listen to this while I'm working out. Okay, guys.
You better. You better.
You do seem like the kind of person to listen to Boss Baby versus Springtrap debates when you're working
Nah,
out.
a girl just walks up to me
Yeah.
like, "Hey, what you listening to?"
That is
Boss Baby
That is
versus
so
Springtrap.
Political debate.
A very intense debate between two very
Business owners.
intense, very brutal men.
Very
Tyrants.
brutal men.
War tyrants. What are you listening to?
All right, guys, in the comments, if you made it this
war
far, will you
documentary.
listen to this while you're working out? I'm gonna leave a poll in the comments, even though I can't do that.
Hamburger.
Chicken sandwich.
Oh my god. Hot dog.
Fries.
All right, join us next time for hot dog versus hamburger.
Shush! Don't spoil it.
Yeah. Don't spoil it.
I call
man.
hamburger. I call hamburger.
What?
Haha.
Oh damn, that's getting my vote immediately then.
You're my
I love
opponent.
hamburgers.
Same.
You're my opponent.
My dad makes amazing hamburger.
Dude, hot
Yeah,
dog-
no, you're
We
the
will be we will both be arguing your side, Luke.
Hamburger versus
Hot
hot
dog.
dog is just legit us like bullying hot dogs for 2 hours.
I look.
You see, I am
really
repping hot
dogs.
dog, the inferior food.
See, but like hot dog.
Is
does have a chili
hamburgers
dog hat.
are hamburgers
That's-
more
that's
good
fine.
or are hot dogs more bad? How about that?
Yeah.
Mmm. I gotta go.
It's
mm.
all over
Alright,
when I
I'm gonna
show you
stop
how
the
hot
recording
dogs
now.
are
Thank you all for watching. If you made it this far again, I know, but like, we're just having fun. Listen to this while you're pumping, like benching, squatting,
Well-
deadlifts, whatever. I gotta go work out today.
Okay,
Oh, shit.
so
Actually,
So
Alright, I'm gonna stop the recording now. Thank you for watching. Bye.